We don't. I don't think I need that energy right now.
I've been in
It's
this for
fun.
a minute,
It's
but
fun if you. It's fun if you don't let it get to you. You go on there for the LOLs, and then you get your little fix, and then you get out of there.
nah, dog, stay away from it. I don't like this. Period.
Yeah, I think I
Well, I
just
don't know.
rather stay away because next thing you know, then we're gonna be the ones talked about Galaxy putting out videos about violence and shit.
We should have made our own version of that shit.
Yeah, for real, huh?
Everyone's making videos.
Yeah,
Fucking
that's true.
Eddie.
Yeah, that shit was funny though. I liked it. Well, it was
I,
stupid.
I,
It was stupid. It was stupid funny. I thought that shit was stupid,
Yeah,
but it was funny because of
I was
Brian.
gonna
Brian made it
comment on
funny.
it. I was gonna comment on it. No coolers were harmed in the making of this video.
No coolers
I
or
was
harm to making that video.
I was gonna have a cameo on that shit.
You
I don't
were?
have I don't have fucking life, so I couldn't record my part. But yeah, I was supposed to have a cameo on that.
What were you supposed
Should
to
have been
do?
fun. I can't tell you, dog, because then I can't
he
tell
was
you.
gonna
No, it's
be
not.
the
Not
he was gonna
happening
be the
anymore.
Power Ranger voice. You know the Power Ranger, the big guy.
Oh yeah, Zoran.
Yeah,
Is it
Zora.
Zoran? Yeah, Zoran. Right, that was his name, Zoran.
Zordon.
Zordon. Zordon.
Yeah,
There you go.
Zordon.
Yeah,
He would have been
Zordon.
them
Yeah.
to guide them,
that's what's
and Masa
funny.
would have been like, ay 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 ay. Damn. Hey, Nagnews, hit me up. I could direct for y'all.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, that's funny, dog. Fucking George, you took me back. Hey, where's my phone? I need to post
Zordon.
this shit.
This shit. Hey, so it doesn't look like Mercedes didn't much of anything, huh?
Nah, but it's
They
FP1
had
though.
2 weeks. Nah, but you would still. No, yeah, you're right. That 5 and 6 spot is always gonna be a good fighting position. Like, you just don't know what you're gonna get.
Think so? Oh yeah,
That's
you
what I
know what?
like. Yeah,
It's early enough. It's early enough that it is, but I think I'll settle down.
yeah.
All right, I'm gonna post this shit really quick on the socials. Que andamos en vivo.
I probably shouldn't chew gum, huh? Because the mic's closer to my mouth now.
Uy.
Uy, animal.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm-mm-mm.
Don't put it close to your mouth.
I'll just swallow it.
So we're not
What
gonna
up,
ask that
Fern?
question then, right?
What up, Ton? No, you're not asking. Well, no, don't ask
All
it.
right.
No.
Yeah, don't.
What up, Tony? Why you need so much tape for, dog? You don't even play. You trash anyways,
Okay, I
dog.
won't.
What
Send me
Tony
your
need?
Any more shit.
You got a sports tape by the bolt.
I see.
Don't play too much, dog.
Yeah,
You're
I
gonna be
played
all
with
taped up
Tony
on
like
Saturday.
twice.
Watch.
That was
I'm
dope.
playing. I'm playing on Thursdays.
The fuck is a YouTube?
Who?
Yeah, on Thursdays.
Hey, wait, are you still playing on Thursdays?
I
No.
haven't played in
No,
a while.
it's been
Hmm.
long gone.
I tell
I
you guys,
kind of
I
miss it
played
though.
I played 11 aside with roll one time,
When?
and
Where?
last year sometime, and I here in the roller park. So I played with that Fodoy, and I felt
That's my
pretty sure of
shit.
myself. I felt pretty sure. So I was like, yeah, I got this. No, I don't have it. I can't play. I can't play full size gold. Though. I can't full size like area though.
It's
Like
not 11
nah,
on side. There is 9 on side.
oh, nine aside with fucking with
9
the
on side,
regular
but big
fucking
ass
list.
goals.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right.
Where the fuck is this?
I was scoring left and right there.
Oh, there's SFTS
Might
YouTube.
have been when I wasn't there because every time I showed up, whoo, papi.
What you mean?
You was good. You was good. How many goals you
It's
scored in
just
that
because
league?
it was just it's because it's fucking pretty easy. Like you could shoot from like your half, and it's like you're shooting like 35 yards out.
Bangers,
And
huh?
you could get it in there. Yeah.
Big
Yeah,
goals.
big man.
I
For
wasn't
those of
really
you that
dog.
don't know, Masa was a professional.
Hitman.
That too.
Hmm.
Well, yeah, on the field, yeah. That motherfucker didn't know. He didn't go to play. He went to fight.
Who?
You.
I never fight in the field. Come on, though.
Like if you guys
Yeah.
haven't heard stories, like my guy injured one of our players, like for real
No,
for
Sam.
for
That
That's
fool
you remember
didn't.
that
right.
That
shit?
fool was trying to fuck around in the box, dog. In my own box. Get the fuck out of here. Clear that
Only I
shit,
could.
dog.
And Masa's like, only I could fuck up like this, Doug. You can't. Wah.
Nah, I was trying to clear the ball, and this fool over here trying to dribble that shit. Like, move the fuck out the way, dog. Like, fuck out of here. Trying to
What's up?
get
Y'all ready
cute and
for
shit.
F1 this weekend?
Yes,
Yeah.
It's
sir.
Saturday, baby.
Yeah, yeah, that's gonna be
I
tight.
can't wait.
I'm gonna be so
I
lit.
can't wait.
I'm gonna be so fuck yeah. That's gonna be a problem. had the game. Then I have a party for my daughter that I'm showing up for a little bit. That's on the mom's side, so I'm just gonna cameo appearance in that bitch too. Like, what up? I'm out,
Cameo.
and then I'm gone. I gotta go see.
Hey, I
I
want
gotta
to know
go
about
see
your
a race.
cameo.
Yeah, it's not gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen. It didn't happen. So I won't talk about it. So like I was kind of upset that I wasn't on it. Wasn't there 'cause I couldn't do it. What up, Erica? We'll get started fucking in the next 5 minutes. So, yo, Dodgers coming up. Dodgers season starting up, baby.
All I'm focused on, baby. That's all I'm focused on.
You ready for that? Yo, this team is
Yes,
stacked.
sir.
I think we got depth too. I think I got some depth too.
Pitching depth, not that much. We have a rotation. We don't have a bullpen. It depends if Gonzalez and Bruiser kind of stay healthy. We got to see how this closer is. Other than that,
Hey,
we nice. Like our lineup
how you
is nice.
feeling? How you feeling about what's his name? Your man's your closer.
Ready?
No. The one just bounced.
Kenley?
Uh huh.
It hurts.
There
It
you go.
hurts. It hurts because he legit went through the ups and downs. He had his highs. He has his lows. I mean, we signed him when he was like 17, 16. He's been with us for 10 plus
Oh
years,
yeah, huh?
multiple years, multiple years. But we had Broxton. We had Broxton was the one that he was mostly behind. But yeah, it just sucks. He might come back. Don't leave the door closed because he's only on a 1 year.
Oh,
Yeah, I
is
was
he?
watching.
Yeah, he's only on a 1 year in Atlanta, and he came out and said, "I just couldn't wait." We told him, "Yo, like wait, because we need to make some moves in order for this to happen." And he's like, "Nah, I need some security," which rightfully so.
Yeah.
I mean, you got your ring already. You'll get paid wherever you go. But I think he comes back and he retires a Dodger.
I'll be sick. I'll fuck.
I'll fuck with it too.
I was watching the Cardinals game during lunch, and then I seen Pujols first at bat, dog, standing ovation. That shit was
I'm glad for
hard.
Pujols. I'm so glad for Pujols. For Theo, that food
That shit was
deserves it.
dope.
It's his last year too. He already came out and said it.
Yeah, you tired after this?
Yeah. He already came out and
What is
said
he
it.
like?
And
65? Something like that. How old is
Pujols is a good mix. Like if you and Angel had a baby,
he? Stupid.
right there.
Stupid.
You're so
Uh,
lucky, Rudy.
I mean, I was I stopped getting invited after the ass whooping I took. But I stopped inviting myself after ass whooping. So yeah, I ain't
I
showing up
stopped
no
inviting
more.
myself.
I ain't showing up no more. Shame for me no more. I'm okay with
Oh
that.
shit.
Para todos tienen su tiempo, you know what I mean? And my time is gone, dog. I ain't trying to. Eddie been hitting me up too, because I guess like your keeper is out and on Sunday's team. I was like, yo, come through, back us up. And I'm like, where at? Cerritos. I'm like, yeah, suck my ass. Like, I ain't going all the way
That's
up there
enough
just
for
to
me,
embarrass
dog.
myself, dog. You know what I mean? It's gonna be a hard note. I'm a hard
What you
pass
mean,
with that.
dog? We're fucking undefeated.
Yeah, because I didn't go play.
Nah,
Because I didn't go play.
we pretty solid.
Too far. I can't. That's,
Con el equipo que tiene da pena if you guys don't win it.
I know. Honestly, we're pretty stacked. To be honest,
Who's playing right now?
uh, up top, I don't even know that his name. But then we have
Vaya.
Bradley,
Oof.
Nice.
Bradley.
Bradley
Nice.
Scott on the
Okay.
wings, Aaron at
Ufa.
Cam,
Yeah,
Ufa.
Aaron's dope.
and then I
Aaron's nice.
play with B Nasty in the CMs.
B
Me
Nasty's
and
whack though.
Be
nah, B
Nasty's
yeah.
the
Nasty's
CM?
God. Yeah, B
Nasty's
Nasty's
fucking whack. Tell him
That
I
CDM.
fool's
said that shit.
stiff, dog. Hey, I'll text him
Hell
on
no.
the
Nah,
right now.
you're crazy. Binasi is one of my favorite like central players that I ever played with. Yeah, he's nice with it though. He's nice
We
He's
with
a
it.
got
paisita, bro. He just stop running. That's it. But he's whack, bro.
we have
He's nice with it. He's nice with it.
Anthony. Shout out to Anthony in the
Yeah,
chat.
he's fucking beast.
He's
Yeah,
making
he's a
his
beast.
comeback this weekend.
What's he playing?
He plays CM too. He plays
He's a beast.
CM
What you
or
guys play? You guys play like 7 CMs or what the fuck?
well
Yeah, for real.
right now I'm the guy, Doug. I'm the guy right there at CDM. And then we have Bryant in the back. He plays like last man. That was stupid solid. Stupid
Mhm.
underrated anywhere he plays, dog. This shit's crazy.
He's not
I, lo-
underrated.
I like the way he
I've
Ah,
said
plays.
it
that's
plenty of
true.
times that he's a beast.
I
Yeah,
like
he's a
the way he
beast.
plays a lot.
If you think
Especially
Brian
in
is
the midfield.
underrated, yeah, if you think Brian's underrated at soccer, that says a lot about what you know about soccer.
No, I mean like underrated at CB because I usually play
And
CM, but he's been
My
playing
guy's good
last
on the ball
man.
though.
That was
Yep.
fucking that was
and his
awesome.
Eddie's
vision's
whack.
nice too.
And then
Mhm.
Eddie's just on the bench,
Eddie's whack.
taking
Rightfully
pictures.
so.
Hmm
You know,
Makes sense.
yeah.
Fuck, we talk nicer about the homies than the Galaxy.
What's your team name? What's your
Rightfully
team
so,
name
though.
on
Rightfully
Sunday?
so.
It's
Yeah.
Familia FC.
Yeah, I want
Some
I
shit.
got
fucking.
my jersey somewhere. Oh, I think Eddie has my jersey right now.
You don't go play?
No, bro, that's just all the way in fucking Norwalk.
Don't you be? I be seeing your little feet on Instagram, your little cleats.
Yeah, I go play my little feet. That's so cute, huh? I'm playing here in Hooper Valley now.
Oh no
On
shit.
Riverside.
You found the team?
Yeah, one of Eli's dad's teammates.
That's
Sorry,
usually how it
teammate's
goes.
dad. Yeah, teammate's dad. He has a team, so I'm playing with them now Sunday mornings and Friday night.
How's that like?
Friday night?
Friday night's co-ed,
Damn,
but
that
they're
shit's
dope.
dope.
Yeah, they're
Friday
dope.
night?
Yeah, they're dope. They're dope. And Sunday mornings. That's just tight, bro. He has some ballers in that team.
Nice.
Yeah, that's
I
just
haven't
dope.
played
So I'm
FIFA,
having
bro.
fun there. And
You're the best one, right?
Nah, hell no.
Ah,
Mm-mm. Nah, hell no. I'm not.
Put you in a place though. What? Angel saying he's not the best one at everything.
yeah, that's wild.
What happened though? What
Yeah.
happened? There has
Ah,
to be a
pero
story
para
behind that.
empezar.
There has to be a story behind that.
Hey, he looks humble. Something happened.
Yeah, yeah, something happened. You scroll and go with your ear again.
Nah. I just,
You don't want to
I
talk
love
about
my
it.
players.
Look, you
My
want to
man
talk
looks kinda
about
humble.
My
that.
man looks hurt.
My
My
man
man
looks
want to
hurt.
talk
Something
about it, dog.
happened.
That's
I see the
hilarious.
pain. I see the
No,
pain.
because if I say something, then you're like, oh shit, go. So I'm just saying, since I started playing, we haven't lost a single game. So I don't know. I'm not saying it's me.
There it
I'm
is.
just saying it's not
There it
me.
is. There it is.
I'm not gonna
There
say
it
it. That's why I'm
is.
not saying nothing. I'm just saying we haven't lost a game since I started playing with them. So that's all I'm
Oh
saying.
yeah.
That's
How
all I'm saying.
many did they lose before you showed up?
A lot,
None either.
Yeah, I
a
mean,
lot,
I lost.
No, I'm just asking. I don't know.
a lot. Sí, por eso no digo nada.
Get him,
what?
masa.
Yeah,
Dile.
por eso no digo
I
nada.
mean, we started going on a good run when Angel left, so I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm just
It
saying.
says a lot, huh? Says a lot.
Because
That
I'm
was
like Zlatan, bro. I'm like Zlatan. Yo los puteo. If you guys are whack, you guys can't play up to par, then I'm sorry, dog. You don't belong to play in my team.
Vaya.
You're like Zlatan, bro.
That's what you
You know
wanted to
what?
hear, huh?
Familia's Galaxy, bro. That's what they are. I'm playing with AC Milan right now. Big boy shit.
sure,
Hmm?
sure.
First place AC
Masas
Milan, baby.
Masas Cuello, huh?
Yeah,
Nah,
yeah, he is.
I'm like Nigel the Young, baby. That's what I am.
Uy,
Nigel
uy,
Young
casi
was good,
nada,
bro.
casi nada.
Casi nada.
Nah,
Casi nada, dog.
You look
it's
more like
nah,
Rolf.
I'm like
Nah,
a
you're
Is
a
big
that
Belgian.
wrong?
dog. I wish, dog. I'm not big like that. I'm big somewhere else, not
Vaya, la panza.
Prove it.
uh,
Prove
in
it.
La Panza.
En la panza.
Mira,
Let's go.
mira. I'm like half Nigel the Young, half Edgar Davids, dog. I'm low key Dutch.
Oh.
I'm just
Hey,
Vergón, mira.
hey, lo bueno que comparas de cosas buenas, viejo. You know what I mean?
nah,
Shooting for the stars, baby. Let's see. Oh, with cafecito on too, dog? I don't know how you do
yeah,
it.
dog.
That should always piss me out. That always
Pa
piss me out,
pa
dog.
sudar, loco. Pa sudar un poquito.
It's because Musa drinks that pussy coffee. Keurig. Come on, dog. Step your game up.
I don't know.
Como hombre, papi.
I drink all kinds of coffee, dog.
I'm gonna do whatever is in front of me.
I'll
dog.
drink whatever's
Lo que caiga.
available.
If it
Lo que
smells like
caiga.
coffee, if it smells like
Lo que
coffee, it's
caiga.
Folgers, dog. Let's go.
Same, but I need medium or dark roast. I can't do that light roast bullshit.
Blonde is one of the strongest, though.
It's not about about how strong it is. It's more about the taste. I like it bitter, bro.
You like it bitter?
I like it more bitter, yeah.
I do
Yeah,
Bustelo.
you should get the
Yes,
fucking
I got
espresso
Bustelo.
then.
Tell me about it. But
Yeah.
I don't know if we have space
Bustelo's
here
it.
in our little arista area.
Throw some shit
Alright.
out.
All right, we can start talking
have
about coffee.
Wine and
And,
coffee. Wine
talk
and
about the
coffee,
juice,
bro.
bro.
Here, I'll show you. Look at it. Look at a little setup.
It's nice.
Throw the Keurig out. What the fuck you need the Keurig for if you got the Nespresso?
The Keurig is heat though.
Because the Keurig is dope, bro.
Nespresso over
Nah,
Keurig any day.
you know what? I recently started buying the McDonald's one, the McDonald's
Oof.
pods. That's where it's at, bro.
Bustelo,
Yeah,
the Bustelo cups, dog.
Busuelo
I'm telling
pots.
you, because that's all they drink, dog. That's just,
one. Repeat this.
Bustelo's nice.
I'm not saying we should be sponsored by McDonald's, but we should be sponsored by McDonald's. Check this out.
McDonald's coffee, dog.
McDonald's coffee
Hey.
is elite, bro. Underrated.
100%.
The
hey,
dollar,
we're supposed
the
to get the show
dollar
started.
iced coffee.
We need to go. I don't like
That
them.
fool went to go
Too
show
sweet.
you our new sponsor.
Yeah. Sponsored by
Sponsored.
McDonald's.
Was it John Cena? I don't see
Yeah, at least told his ass to sit his ass down.
it. Sit your ass down, ninja.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Mac Cafe.
Hey.
And it's Paris Cafe because I'm French, bitch.
That's
Hey.
underrated. That right there is
Salud,
underrated.
salud bet. This motherfucker is A1.
Like-
Like,
Alright.
my favorite one I have so far.
Fuck your
Pierre
coffee. We're gonna
Gasly?
start the show.
Yeah. They're ghastly.
Woke up from straight from the roast.
Well, that's not it.
Oh, Gibbs
on
is
here?
dropping a cafecito this weekend.
Gibbs?
Sube
Yeah.
el mic, Mike.
Yo, what up? And welcome to another episode of Straight from the Stands, an unapologetic, unofficial LA Galaxy podcast, hosted by four Foul supporters who bring you their thoughts and views on everything related to LA Galaxy, straight from the stands. I am your co-host Smarts, alongside the always angry Angel, his counterpart level-headed George, and the man with the facts, Masa. This is Straight from the Stands.
So he dropped the song "Dissing Drake" or something.
Yeah.
That shit's
Good
disrespectful.
evening, dog. We're not talking about fucking pop culture from like last year, bro. Like you weren't caught up. You ain't caught up, bro.
Dog, hey,
Good
we've been
evening.
talking
What up,
about
boys?
coffee. We've been talking about coffee. We've
Yeah,
been
but
talking
show
about
started
pop
now.
culture.
But
We've been talking.
show
You're
started
right.
now.
All
Let's
right,
go.
all
We've
right,
been
all right.
talking about LA
Yeah.
Galaxy influencers. Yeah, we talking about a lot of shit.
Oh yeah.
Show started. Let's go,
Boy,
boys. How you guys doing tonight, huh? How we doing? On
it's hot
Thursday
as
night.
dick today, bro.
What did I
Yo.
eat now?
Que calor, man.
Oh
I
shit. Is
went
it hot
out-
there
Hot,
too?
bro.
Yeah.
It was stupid hot, bro. It
I
was
went
fucking
out
hot.
for 10, 15 minutes tops. Mad as fuck that I even touched. I even looked at the sun.
For you know how
Hey,
hot it
your
is.
Vitos are musty, huh?
No. 10
Yeah.
minutes is no.
Okay,
Nothing.
all right.
You know
You
how
got
hot
the
it
good
is.
deodorant thing.
So I work inside, right? My stall's inside. So I go out for lunch and I sit outside in the shade, mind you. Well, I went back to work early
Is it
because
too hot?
it's too fucking hot outside. Like I didn't even do my hour lunch. Like I was like I ate and I was sitting and I'm like, fuck this, it's too hot. I'm going back to
Let's
work.
go back inside.
Like that. Yeah, dog.
That's
That
fucking
bad.
I got my chair today, right? I got my chair at like a 1:40, and I had a 2 o'clock meeting, right? So I pull everything out and I try to assemble it outside like before my meeting. No, 2:55, like I'm almost done, but I'm like drenched, bro. It's like fucking like pouring sweat, and I was like, how fucking hot is it? Like, and I have like I'm inside, bro. It was so fucking hot. I was dripping sweat. I was like, yo, like fuck today. It's too fucking hot. It's too hot. All right, boys. Let's get into some Galaxy shit because I'm pretty sure we're gonna have a lengthy show. We got some shit to talk about. Any news? Oh yeah, there is some news. What's up
Yeah,
with those
we do
center backs
have.
that are seeing get linked with? Who got information on
Yeah.
that? Who gonna talk to me about that?
Well, I mean, there's a report supposedly that we're interested, and then they asked Vanny during the week, and he said he had no comment.
But then he
on
also followed up on that, no comment, saying that their
There's no need for a CB.
right, and preference really would be more of a left. What was it left right
Left
back?
back.
He said just
He
left,
said
left
left back.
and he said maybe one more CDM, right, or CM,
Yeah.
something like that. Yeah, so he did follow up on that same no comment, saying something along the lines of, "Really though, I don't think so because our focus is more so left back position right now and CM as
hmm
opposed to CB." So
Okay.
I'd say that it kind of answers itself that that's not gonna happen.
Question:
And go ahead.
hmm
when you hear rumors like that and you're the coach, shouldn't you just come and be like, nah, that ain't true?
Wait,
Yes and no. It,
I
it
don't-
depends. Like
Because
if
you're the coach, you should know what's coming into your team or what you want in
well,
your team.
you
or
know,
what-
right,
not
but
only
what
not.
if he? But what if he does want it to happen? You know, like
Oh,
he doesn't want to give it
got
away.
it.
Give
Poker
me
face.
like yeah,
Poker
like
face to the
he
other
doesn't
club.
want to give it away too early or whatever. Because
Yeah.
you never know. Like
The other thing
rumors.
too, again, it could also be a strategy, right, with marketing, with everyone all the way at the top, because you want the LA Galaxy name out there, saying this person's a rumor, this person's a rumor. If you have a player with that type of caliber, from what I was reading, that he's international for Nigeria, right?
He's the captain of Nigeria.
Okay, there you
Yeah.
go. Shit, the captain of Nigeria. Nigeria is not a no pushover African team. So, if you're telling me that, that's the type of conversations that I want my team to be involved in. They talk about
Well,
a certain captain of a certain
it,
certain national team. They're talking about potentially Galaxy. I'm not gonna say no to that, even if I know it's no. I'm like, I'm just gonna say no comment, so that conversation can still be out there. And it can still be out there in terms of the publicity for the club.
you guys know anything about what Tony's talking about? He said, "Yo, boys, wasn't that rumor from
Yeah,
you
it's
generated
just
on Twitter?"
crazy.
Accurate.
Right. It
Wait,
was like
repeat that.
two
What?
weeks
What?
2 weeks prior to that. Like rumor bot created that rumor out of nowhere. And then like 2 weeks later, like I think it was Roger Gonzalez. I forgot his name. It works for CBS or something. He's pretty spot on with
Okay,
his shit.
so it's a
And
different source now. It's not just the bot.
yeah, it's not a
Yeah.
bot. It's like a
What is that
verified
bot?
source. There's a bot on Twitter that just creates transfers, random transfer rumors.
Why?
So it could be like Angel Figueroa because it's a fucking bot, bro. Like I don't know, dog. It just creates. It's just random. Like it's
That's the
random.
best way to. That's the best way to put it, dog.
This is a
Yeah, it's
fucking
like
bot,
Angel
dog.
Figueroa signing with fucking Arsenal. Like I
Ah,
don't
so
know.
bad guy. Say that
Va a
again.
creer,
Say it again. Uh-huh.
Fuck,
Is it
so
confirmed?
what's up?
Is that
El,
confirmed?
el, el Arsenal de Sarandido, because you're not that
Ah,
good.
yeah, pendejo. That's what you wanted, huh? That's what you wanted, huh? Eso querías.
Hey, but you know what? Masa's gonna watch me play because I'm gonna be playing in
Yeah,
Argentina, so it's
it's
okay. Masa's gonna
facts.
be
That's
watching me.
facts.
Yeah,
Are you like in
yeah.
17th division? Then ahí
It's
sí,
all
ve.
right. It don't matter, but he's gonna be watching me. Yeah.
That's interesting. I guess we'll keep our ears on
Yes
that.
or no?
See
Right?
find anything else.
It's
But,
crazy because I had heard that name before, and I had seen like the video I sent in the chat,
uh-huh.
like probably like 2 years ago. Like it was like I just popped up on my YouTube when I was taking a shit, and I was like, oh, this looks interesting, you know. So it's pretty cool, like at
But
least for
it's a
me.
no, right? You guys don't think it's happening.
At
I
least
don't
not
want
at
it
the
to happen.
moment. I mean, how we don't have an international spot for him, and if we do
Or the
spend the
need for him.
international, yeah,
We're
like
Yeah.
I
stacked
mean,
at CB.
I don't know about that. We have depth in there. I don't know if we
We
have.
have numbers. We
We're
have
good.
numbers
the
at
Yeah.
CB.
numbers,
We're not
yeah.
stacked. So listen, I said
We're
stacked. Stacked means you have a lot of. I'm not saying we're
That's
good.
true.
A
Yeah.
lot
good.
of
Okay.
good
That's fine.
stuff.
Yeah.
Touche. Touche.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't know if there was any truth to it. I almost dismissed it because I was like, how? Like why? You know what I mean? Like it just didn't make sense to me. So I almost dismissed
I
it.
think,
I forgot about it. Like when started.
but I think it would be a good signing if you compare him with Williams or whatever, like because that
Man.
fool goes in hard. Like I like how he plays. I mean,
But
playing in
but we
trash
as
ass Watford, but
like
whatever.
we'll talk about it right now. But like we have some holes. We have some holes we should fill, right? Like especially if you somebody get a red card or somebody goes down injured. Like I think there's some holes to fill. I think we'll
As we're
talk
gonna
about that
talk
right now.
about.
We'll
Yeah,
talk
we'll
about
talk
it right now
about it.
with against Portland. Anything else? Any other news stuff that you want to talk about before hopping into the game versus Portland?
No, I don't think I heard anything. I
They
No.
haven't
gotta
seen
tell me,
Okay.
bro.
Let's move on. Yep.
anything on
Move.
that.
Let's move
I've been
on. Move on.
disconnected, so y'all gotta tell me. All right, let's talk about
All right.
Portland,
Move
man.
on.
I almost got it. I told you I was gonna be a 4-1. I was waiting for my Kanye West in the notepad. Uh,
You know what?
uh,
It should have been 4-1.
yep, it should have
But
been
Should have been
five to be honest.
5-1.
it should have been
Craig
But,
5. I
Craig
think I
Granzier.
called like 5-2, but whatever. I'm not so upset
uh,
about
let's get into it because first of all, let's talk about the lineup
Spot on,
because
baby.
there was a few changes. Well, did anybody call Leardom?
Oh
it.
no, he
No,
was the only.
no,
No,
No.
no,
Nobody
No.
no,
called
No.
no,
Leardom, right? Because we
no,
all,
no.
we all
yeah.
imagine
You're right.
Julian being back in like
Yeah,
from the jump in
considering
the
he
start
didn't
lineup,
play
right?
for Mexico, yeah,
Yeah, so
he
like
didn't play
that
for
was
Mexico.
that was a surprise, and then Efra getting the start. Did we call that?
Someone called it, I think. I
Yeah, I
think
did.
someone called it. George called it, or you called it. I don't know. Someone called it.
And then the one that most of you called, but nobody believed was Granzier starting out left.
Oh yeah, I said someone had said it. I think George said it, and then he called Vanny an idiot because he
Yeah.
wouldn't do it. And then I said, yeah, I don't think he'll do it either. And
Yeah, yeah.
He
Yeah, but
heard it.
that
He's like,
happened.
"Yo, who's the idiot? I didn't want to do it, but since you called me an idiot, I'm gonna do
I'm
it.
gonna do
yeah,
You're
it
welcome.
just to
yeah,
You're
prove you
welcome."
wrong.
yeah.
I was pleasantly surprised. I don't know if a pleasant surprise. I was excited by it though because I was like, oh,
Yeah.
Not an
it was, it
idiot.
was a different look, and I wasn't necessarily again. Other years past, when we have changes, like three changes in a squad, we look at it and we're like, oh shit, right? Like because it always feels like a big step down to what we have, right?
Hmm.
Leardom, like in the preseason, he looked solid as fuck. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So when I saw him there, I thought we missed a little bit of Julian speed, but I wasn't necessarily too upset about that. Granzier, you guys
Defensively,
been
he held his own.
Granzier, you guys been I mean, just last week we are talking about Granzier, right? Like how yes, he more should be starting over Cabral. Um, there you go. We ended up with both Cabral and Granzier because Costa was out, but solid lineup. I mean, Efra was the only one that I questioned a little bit because I was like, oh, like you know, he haven't really proved anything, but I think I like what I saw from him. So let's kick it off. Well, give me thoughts on the game because this game was. Let's go. Let's start talking about because
Thoughts on
I have a
players?
lot to say about
Thoughts
it.
on players individually, or thoughts on the game?
Thoughts on the game. Let's go first half because the game changes in the first half.
Hmm.
I think big time. So like I want to talk about first half a little bit and then go into second half because I think that it changes the dynamic of the game 100.
The first 3 4 minutes were very scary. We had two fuck ups, major fuck ups in the back. I think one of them the pew slips. The other one I don't recall exactly what happens, but both of those fuck ups were very similar in nature, and they were both dangerous opportunities for Portland. So just in the first 3 minutes alone, 3 4 minutes, we could have been down 2-0.
Yeah.
I for a second there, I was like, "Fuck, no, this is not what I'm expecting. I expect better." I mean, I know we're shaky back there, but damn it, and it was dumb shit. Like and it wasn't anything that Williams could have done. It wasn't anything that Leardom could have done. It was just just stupid passes that weren't connecting early on the first 3 minutes. And early on, I was like, "Fuck, we're in for one hell of a hell of a day." I was already setting myself up like, all right, why even get mad? I already know what's gonna happen. Like yeah, I was 2 3 minutes in because it was two similar plays, both of them almost leading to goals. I don't recall at this point exactly how they happened and what ended up how we got out of the mess from those two, but thankfully, we did get past those, first 5 minutes that were pretty shaky, and 9 minutes in, things started to change.
Yep. That part, right?
Definitely
Because
that those
I
first five
agree.
minutes,
Like,
I was shook.
even like after like the mistakes, like the team looked a little shaky. Like they didn't find their footing right until maybe like fifth, sixth minute. But when it did happen, it was noticeable, right? Like when the Galaxy like finally like settled in, like it was noticeable because I think they took command of the game from then. George Massa wants to pick it up from there.
I was gonna say they took my favorite phrase of punching in the mouth early very, very to heart. Uh, and you can see what happens when we play teams like Portland that we expect something out of, but we kind of knock them when they're not expecting it. It kind of dazes them for a little bit, and that's kind of what we see with what our team could be, and we ask of. But I was happy. I was on here saying that we were gonna lose 3-1. I didn't see it, and I could be here and say I was dead wrong because they showed creativity. The goals that we led up to, they were creative. And listen, as much as I bag on the team, I could say I'm wrong, and I liked what I saw when it came from these goals.
You know what I really liked was the fact that like not only were we shaky and and and
Huh?
and hadn't found our rhythm early in the game, but also like Portland pressed us high for the first few minutes. I mean, their
Yep.
lines were super high. You know what I mean? Like, and I think like, or at least one of the mistakes that Angel is referring to came from like the press, the high press that made caused a fuck up. But
They were
what
definitely
impressed
both were high
me,
presses. You're right.
but what impressed me was the fact that they withstood that early wave of high pressure, right? And as soon as they tired someone, just the most marginal amount, like you saw the Galaxy take over. And for me, like that's clutch, right? Because you're gonna have a lot of teams that do that to you. That come out and try to do what George loves to say and punch you in the mouth early.
Put them in my mouth. Except
But
against Seattle. I'll
if
do
you
that.
could withstand it,
Similar.
if you could withstand it and kind of put your dominance in or put your 2 cents in, like you see what the game turned out for me. At least the first half. Well, I felt the Galaxy were after those first minutes, like they were pretty dominant, right? Not saying that Portland didn't have a chance because they did, but they were dominant. Let's talk about this goal. Let's talk about this goal because
Sheesh.
I'm gonna say some shit that I don't even know how it's gonna be taken, but I honestly believe this shit, right? Like I told George when did I forgot when we spoke, but I was telling George like
We
we
spoke
spoke over the
Saturday.
weekend. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was telling him that it wasn't surprising to me because I've seen the guy. This is what the guys have been trying to do, but they just haven't been lucky, right? Like Chicharito is like not in the right place. The cross doesn't come in the way it needs to come in. A bouncer, defender, like whatever it is, like that play, like we've seen them try it over and over again. We talked about it last week, actually, right? We were talking about what's different between Slatan ball, and I said, well, like we're not looking for Slatan ball. You're looking, yeah, put a ball in, but like it's not Slatan ball. Then I think we hit it right in the mark with this goal, right? First of all, with Granzier getting the space and opening up like that, and then fucking Chicharito's movement in the box. Like you guys seen
Yeah.
that video that was on Twitter
Yeah.
with the angle from like from above,
Super
like
fire, bro.
Off
like
of the
that
ball.
double pivot, like
You know
bro,
what?
like stop.
You know, his runs remind me like of football runs, like of
Yeah,
like
yeah,
fucking
Yeah.
route.
like
Wide
Yeah.
receiver.
like
The
he
route.
run
Yeah.
like
Wide
route
receiver. Yeah.
route runs. Like this shit's amazing. Like
Yeah.
it's crazy, bro. That defender was so lost. Like once he
He
when
lost
he
me, and I
when
knew
he
where he was going.
when he
Yeah,
cut in, but like to add to that goal, like that little flick to pass the ball from Grandier to Ravellison, like that shit
mm,
is so like I don't know. Like I didn't hear enough praise of that little flick in between those two
That shit
players.
was fucking
That
beautiful, man.
shit was
I showed
sexy.
Eli that pass at least a good 4 or 5 times. Like this is a key moment right here. You need to understand what's going on right here. I agree with you 100%, Masa. That
but
fucking so simple.
And
I
can
then
I ask
don't agree
something?
with
Like,
you in the sense that I don't agree with you in the sense that we've been doing that. Because on the side, who's been doing? I personally don't feel when it comes to Cabral, and it's not a knock on Cabral. I'll say it on the other side as well, that we attack diagonally and we find those type of spaces to move. Because when it's Cabral, it's a
Mhm.
one-on-one to try to get through to the sideline. I understand it, and I think defenders
The end
understand that
product,
already.
the end product's not there. Is what you're saying, right? He's doing all the same, not same
Well,
thing, but a lot of similar things. But the end product's not there for Cabral,
Yeah,
which is different, right?
because we see it on the other side of it with Revel being the one trying to give that pass, and also with Costa trying to
Who
be the one giving that pass. Like the pass, the
I
1-2, like we've seen it or like multiple times, and you've seen Julian like take the
not with
extra step and
Costa.
like
but
get
see,
the corner.
but I'm not
I
talking about the play itself. I'm talking
You
about
want the actual
The
touch.
pass,
putting
yeah.
the actual flick, because it's a flick. It's not even like a well, it's a pass obviously, but it's not
On the
like
outside, right? The
yeah,
outside is,
on the
yeah.
outside foot little flick in between the two defenders that close them down. Like that shit right there, like I hadn't seen all season from any of our wingers.
Anyone, anyone
So
really?
like to see it, and then the little run that Revelison makes to receive that ball, like he opens himself up because he's always marked, right? That
Mm-hmm.
shit is dope. Like that 1-2 is crazy, bro. And then obviously the rest, the goal, that shit was chef's kiss. Chef's kiss. That shit
Yeah.
was
Now,
amazing.
But I disagree with
again,
you though,
like
Rudy. From the beginning, I don't think that this is what we've been doing.
yeah, no, it's not what we've been doing. That's
No,
very apparent, right? Because we haven't scored, but it's what we've been trying. Like like to me, like that symbolizes exactly what we've been trying all season.
that's very
Like
loose term though. Trying
no, no, listen,
because we could try to win.
no, no, but the intention of like going inside, making the run, going outside, so you cross it back in or diagonal, go backwards. That's what we've been trying.
Mm.
It hasn't come out. Like listen, and I'll go into a second goal because I feel like even more so in the second goal because of the way it goes in. Uh, but like that first goal, I think one, like it set the tone of what they wanted to do, and two, like I think that one really smacked Portland because I don't think they were ready for like the pace and the way they move the ball, and then Chicha's fucking just movement in the box is like again, don't get me wrong, is the route that he runs, and then the extra effort to like stretch himself and still get on the ball to score. You know what I mean? Because that wasn't it was I mean essentially it's happened, but he had to get position to get a
He
touch on that
worked.
ball. Yeah, so like I love that goal, man. That goal is dope because it wasn't that slow pace.
Rebeloson, got to give him credit too on the return pass on that one too. I mean, that was
Yeah.
one timer. Yeah, right to Grand Sir. That's fucking dog. Fucking Grand Sir, man. He's daddy. He's daddy.
Oh man, I don't know. Like, let's keep going. So 9 minutes in, again, we started off a little rocky with the high press and just not having our footing straight. But 9 minutes in, we go up 1-0, and I don't think it stops from there, right? At this point, like right before the goal, I was like, man, like everyone needs to get involved. Like right, like when the goal happens, like he has that thing, the initial pass out to Revolucion and that, or not to Revolucion to Granzier to Revolucion, and then
Grand
again.
Sir, yep. Mm-hmm.
The second goal that happens 8 minutes afterwards. It's Chicha Cabral running on one side and Grancer opening up on the other side. For as simple as that pass was, that was the perfect pass to pay onto Grancer because they put it in front of him with the space away from the defender, and he had and he has space to kind of go at him now, right? So
Yeah.
like,
Good
listen,
weight on
he
that ball too. Good weight.
yeah, like I thought it was a really dope ball because like, and he had options, right? And I think he just picked the right option, the best option he had. Because I think he could chip a ball over to Chicha and have him try to control it, or maybe even further off for Cabral, and he would probably still try to control it. But because that pass was open like that, like and he chose that pass, I mean, essentially he sets up like what becomes the goal, right? And then shout out to Granzier too, because I don't think he tries to do too much.
Daddy.
You know what I mean? Like I think he has a couple stutters, and then he keeps driving, keeps driving. And then he puts a cross in, right? Here's why I say like we've been doing this all fucking season because that cross that he puts in, it has intention. I understand he's trying to find Cabral, but it wasn't a great cross. It was just an awkward position. It was an awkward position where the defender can have a chance to get away or move differently, bounce off him as a goal. Listen, we've seen this over and over again, except that the defender's put position better and it clears it. It bounces off somebody, clears it, or we just don't get the right shot opportunity, right? That
Uh
like
huh.
the last game, I think for me it was like the ball bounced our way a couple times, and we finished like some of the opportunities that we had. That's the biggest difference between that game and the game against any other teams that we lost, like in Seattle or
You know what
against
the difference is?
yeah.
We see that from our defenders, and that's not what we want to see. So I personally don't see what you see when it comes to Costa attacking. Costa does other things that he's not attacking the side, or he's going at it like Grandier. I personally don't see it from Cabral. So you might be right when it comes to this is things that we've been trying, but I think the difference comes from me seeing the game is that we're now seeing it from people who need to be doing this. Sure, our defenders need to be attacking just as much as our wingers because that's how our offense is set up. But the fact that I don't see this from Cabral or Costa has a different style of play, which rightfully so. You're at a DP, you have that touch of magic. That's fine. But we need to continue to see our wingers attack defenders like this because look what comes from it. These things could come from it, and I personally don't see that with our wingers prior to last game.
Man, and agree to disagree, right? Because that's exactly my
Yeah,
point.
yeah.
That's like my
Uh-huh.
point. My point is like complete opposite of what you're saying. I see it and I just don't see it. Doesn't see happening. But talk to me about that second goal. Like fair its own goal, but like it's a lot of work from Grand Zero, no?
Grand
Grandiers,
Sir, Grand
Grandier.
Sir. Mm-hmm.
I
Grand
think
Daddy,
Cabral
Grand
makes a
Papi.
good run
Mm.
too, though.
Yeah,
He makes that first post
he's
run.
the option. Yep, he's the
Yeah.
option there, and that's what puts the defender in that position, right? Because if he's not
Hey,
there,
straight
that's Cabral. That's Cabral missing it in front of goal. I mean, that's Cabral scoring in front of goal. My bad. Sorry.
100%.
Um,
Oh.
literally,
I don't know, man. All right,
yeah,
maybe,
but
maybe,
but
maybe.
again, like it's the chance created there that forces the defender to step in and have the awkward bounce into goal, right? Um, and we had some more chances. Listen,
Yeah.
I've been up in Ranzier, but holy fuck, what was he trying to do in that one play, dog?
You know what I think?
Cheech, Cheech,
And this
Cheech.
is
Let me set it up, and
okay,
then
okay,
I'll
yeah.
get to it. I think we had been pressing on there and trying to create chances. I think is Mickey or Mike Delgado sends to Cheech out wide. Cheech with a nice cross to the first pole. Surprisingly, well positioned, well attacked ball by Cabral where he tries to flick it on second post. Good
Yeah.
stop, good save by the keeper. It's bouncing in front of
Mhm.
goal. It seems like oh shit, is Ganzier there? And then he tries to like backheel it. Look what
Like
I can do. Like
back
like what the like,
tap healing, yeah.
Coming in from
what?
where you push it in with your left. What do you?
He could have still pushed it within with his right, to be honest with
He
you.
could have done
And
He could
everything,
have
but what he did.
ran into a ball. Just run into a ball.
But this is the
you
difference
would
of players. This is the difference of players when it comes from Cabral to Grandier. Grandier did what he had to do, and now we're giving him shit because he messed up the easy one. But the fact is that he made some ones that probably shouldn't have gone in. I want to have that conversation with Cabral. I want to have that. You're an idiot. You missed three, but we needed that one that you did make, and that's the difference. To me, that's the problem. But trade
the other
Grandier
thing
too,
too
because you
is
shouldn't be missing that shit.
and that's what I'm gonna get to, right? Listen, I love Grand Sir, and I think a lot of my love for him has been because I understand the type of player he is. You know where he's coming from, his experience. He should be starting for us, no question. I mean, this is a guy that played for
Easy.
Monaco, right? Sure, he got benched towards the tail end, but he was in a period of Monaco. Monaco was one of the better clubs. Well, they're still one of the better clubs in France, but when they were fighting, for Ligue 1 titles, and they were still involved in Champions League. He has a lot of experience. He's a solid player. I mean, he's a really great winger, and the fact that we're using him off the bench because we have people saying that he's not good enough because he can't. He doesn't drive the same, or he doesn't have the same vision as Cabral. This bunch of stupid shit that you people are fucking idiots for. I don't because you guys don't know shit about soccer. Because you guys are close-minded, don't know
Where's the
anything,
vision from Cabral?
huh? Well,
Where's the
a
vision
lot,
from?
right? A lot. So I hear this from listen. I listen to all the podcasts, right? I try to at least, ideally, every now and not just that. I read, what a lot of our Galaxy family is putting out there, what people that claim to be Galaxy family put out there, and guys that are Galaxy reporters but not Galaxy fans put out there. So I listen to all this shit, right? All these people are just stupid in terms of where they just gather all this information and they say this shit. Rudy's laughing, but it irks me because where is your actual analysis? Have you seen his games before? Have you watched them play? Did you ever watch him at Monaco? I did. It's not because I was actually watching him. Is I was watching those games. I was watching him in Champions League. I had to go back and watch some of those games to see. Okay, I remember watching this game. I don't remember Grand Sir, and I'll admit that shit. He was not a player that stood out to me saying, "Hey, he is the guy." But when you see some of the players he was playing around, like shit, he was playing with world class fucking players in Monaco when they were up there fighting, for titles. Now, obviously, you have everything that PSG has done as of late. Marseille's still up there, Lyon's still up there, so they're now like a 4 or 5 way battle. Now they're not the ultimate powerhouse, but he was involved in all this stuff. Francouz is the shit. To me, he is our best attacking threat right now. And the fact that he's on the bench, that people are telling me in the offseason, oh, well, why are we going to have him on the bench when he's not the best fucking. Are you guys fucking
Wait,
insane?
can
He
I ask
showed it
something?
in one game. And,
Let me ask something.
sorry, go ahead.
You're going to attention about Monaco. I don't care about that. Let me ask something. Like you honestly believe like there's a big gap between Cabral and Grenzer?
I generally think there's a big one, and this is what I was. And I bring all this up. I know it's a lot, and I just have to throw it out there because it's my frustration now for like a year and a half because I've been saying the Grand Sir is dope as fuck from the moment that he came in. And people were trying to say he was not it. Right, last season I vividly remember saying he had these opportunities to teach other. You can just see that they weren't connecting and they were talking off the pitch. We'll get it. We'll get it. I said this shit. I remember 5 games into it, people were like, oh, he sucks. He's shit. He's trash. I think he was just feeling his saucies and he's trying to show, let me do this shit. I think that ball get up there and say, let me get let me fancy with this shit on some Balotelli shit. You know what he did when he came over to play with Man City against the Galaxy? Like he was feeling it. He was in the moment, and I have no problem with that. I mean, I have a problem with him missing the goal, obviously, at the end of the day, because I sat down with Eli, we went over there, you don't do this shit, blah, blah, blah. But he's feeling it. Listen, one goal created, right? One goal scored. That opportunity, he was just on one, bro. If you're feeling it, I'm not gonna be mad at you for trying some shit. Was it
Man,
the best option? Absolutely not. It was stupid. Now that we talk about it, yes, absolutely. But in that moment, if you're that guy, fuck it. If you would have flicked that in, if it would have worked, we all would have been saying like, "Yo, what the fuck?" Blah blah blah. That
yeah,
whole different conversation,
but it didn't.
right? So I'm not mad at it. Oh, absolutely. But I'm not mad at it. I get that he should have put in. Sure, finished it. Simple. Just make sure it goes to the back of the net. I get that. But I'm saying he was feeling it. If you're in the moment, if you're in the zone, fuck it, do it.
Now, my whole thing. So I asked you if you thought he was like, there's like a big margin between them, right? Because I don't see it, right? And this like I have the same problem with him than I do with Cabral. It just looks different, right? But if you guys remember last
How
year,
so?
if you guys remember last year, with Granzier, how many times have you seen him like dope play, dope shot after work, dope play,
Yeah.
dope play, take somebody on, bad shot, right? Like his end product equally not there. And that's the problem because
Yeah.
like, listen, he didn't score a goal. It was an own goal. I'm sorry. Like I'm not trying to shit on him because I think he did well the game. So I'm not trying to shit on him, but he didn't score the goal. I think that the play where the assist, that's all him. I'm tip my hat to him because I think that was super dope. But then he had that miss. They, I'm sorry, like score that shit. And then he had one in the second half. Same thing. Like you get put in a position like that, you have to score it. Like we'll talk about it in a second. But like they open up to him. He gets pretty much 1-on-1 on the left side with the goalie. Can't put it in. Like
Put it on,
I,
put
I
it
But you
need I
still
need
on
mentioned,
target. Put it on target.
but you still mentioned two things that he did right. That changed the game. We have yet to say that about Cabral, and he's gotten
but,
a handful more amount of minutes than Grandier. And what you said when it came to our frustration with Grandier last season is the fact that he didn't do that last thing, that last touch. I don't even see Cabral getting to that last touch this season. This season he's losing the ball. Prior to that, he's progressively getting worse. He's done step overs where he's kicked the ball to the defenders.
yeah, so there's that. But
And as a
that's
professional player, as a DP, I won't take that. I could make that mistake.
again. Listen, we're talking about like I think you're right to demand a little more because he's a DP. I have no argument against that.
Yes,
Right, but
100%. We saw what Grandier did as a valued player. He's not a DP. So, damn, I was gonna say Vogel. I'm pissed off at the Lakers. So Vanny's time. He's playing him because it's his DP, his choice. That was his player that he brought. His time for being a DP of what brings us that of why he's worthy to us about that age, it's running out. And soon
yeah,
you're gonna have to pick. Am I gonna stay? Am I gonna stay on my horse and kind of ride this out because I made this player, or are you gonna do what's best for the team? And right now, my opinion is that what's best for the team is that you sit the DP and you play Grandier.
man. But like, again, but in my opinion, like, and again, I don't necessarily disagree with you, 100%
Mhm.
because he might be better. But like at least to me, it's not that obvious because I don't think Grantier is like marginally that much better than Cabral. I think they offer different things. Cabral like, again, Cabral is like so frustrating because you see what he's trying to do, and if it comes off, like it's gonna be dope. but it doesn't
Okay,
come off.
question.
More often than not, it doesn't come off, right? Like,
One question. Who compliments Chicharito more, Cabral or Granzier?
I don't know. I don't like neither of them.
And I
To be
think you're
straight up.
wrong.
Oh, well, because of who Chicharito is, right? Because Chicharito is like when I imagine him, he's gonna be like our highest
Our
player,
point.
our top player, right? Like, and we see him, he's like he drops in like deep, right? And
Yeah.
and both Cabral and Cabral and Granzier, they're a lot of vertical, like diagonally though, like making those runs so Chicharito can find him because he pulled out, or like we need somebody to take that space when Chicharito drops in, and nobody really does, right? Like they get super wide, and then we have nobody really up top. So I don't think nobody compliments him. You know who compliments that a little better? Costa, because he tucks in. He
Yeah.
tucks into the middle. He doesn't drop in that far. Again, again, I'm not saying. I think I might have came off where like I'm hating on Granzier. I want to take that
Just a
back
little.
because like I think he had a dope game. I think he had a dope game. I just don't like. I was looking at the game, man. Like I that's what I saw, except that we got some goals this time, right?
We're watching
listen,
games with a microscope now, though.
that's
They need to
accurate too.
understand it.
Let's talk about Bond for a little bit though, because like Portland had this like off the fucking ankle shot that almost
Sheesh.
crept in, and Bond had to do a big save and go back and kind of just smack it out. That was big because that was like close. That was right before the record. Am I wrong? I think that was right before the record. No, you guys remember this or no?
I was in the
The
first
big,
half,
That was
bro.
before.
yeah,
That was in the
like
first
right
half.
before.
The Chara left.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was
So
before the
like
record.
so like right before the record, big save, right? Because we were up 2-0 at that point. Makes the save, keeps it at that. Moments later, softest, like most like not red card I've seen in a while. Like that moment to me changed the whole fucking game, right? Because listen, like he gave him a red card for hands to the face or violent gesture, like one or two,
That's
like
what it was,
right?
above the neck. Above the
He
neck.
was it like it was on his chest, no? To
It was
That's
revive.
what
like
I'm
here.
saying.
Like
But
that's not a red. It's not a
100%
red.
no.
It's not a red.
like
I'm not mad at it.
I am.
You know, because we don't get those fucking calls. We rarely get those calls, and it's not a red. Fuck it, he gets a red, and yeah, I don't know. That
Well,
ref was trash, bro.
so like I'm not upset that they got a red, right? I'm upset that they got a red in the 45th minute or so, and then it's halftime. This motherfucker probably watched the replay and realized, oh, I fucked up. And the whole second half was so inconsistent when it came to fouls because he wouldn't call some shit and then call like softest shit and award a yellow card. That to me, like I tell you, the first half was dope, and I would rather him go see it in VAR, go see it in the video review, right? Realize your mistake, take that back, get the fuck yellow, and play on because you don't have that ugly ass second half where everything's getting stopped, everything's getting yellows, everything's like, and eventually
But
a red card
you know
against
what
us.
though? Like since we're getting into the second half already, you know what my issue with the team after that red card is though? Not taking control of the game.
Mhm.
Like they did not try to fucking possess the ball the way that they're known for possessing the ball. Like we're up 2-0, bro. Like fucking play your game. Portland's still high pressing with 10. Move the ball side to side, control the fucking game, and maybe we don't get those
But what
stupid ass
happened?
yellows. We didn't. We
No, no,
fucking
no, no,
we
no, no,
fuck-
no. no.
we turned over the ball and then we fucking committed a foul and a dangerous position. And that
Yeah,
first the original free kick foul, that shit was I don't know if I'm getting free kicks mixed up here, but I remember that being they called a foul that wasn't a foul, and then the second foul was closer to the fucking the goal. I think it's a different
free
free
kick.
kick.
Yeah, I
Point
think.
is that we didn't control the game the way we're known to when we were up a man, and that's a fucking issue. Like
What happened to the team though? Like in coming into the second half, because I think that answers a lot of why that happened. Right? Cabral comes off the game, and in comes Victor Vasquez. Right?
to control the ball, right? To
But no,
possess.
but you lose the width and the pace you had on the wings because listen, every time Portland pushed up their lines, our answer was to look for Granzier or not Granzier to look for Revolucion or Delgado and then look out wide.
Yeah.
Mhm.
go to Efra and then go out wide.
You
When you
know
have
what?
Efra out wide, like you don't have that same verticality, and then you could just cover Granzier.
I didn't understand that sub because to me this was Cabral's best game of the season.
And
He was in
like
dangerous
the
positions multiple times. He was actually getting headers on the ball. His defensive work rate was crazy. I don't know if you guys saw in the first half where he checked Blanco, like
yeah,
shoulder to shoulder and
yep.
checked him, bro, checked him. And like to me, it was his best game. And this game was meant for Cabral and Grantier because they just stay out wide and we were just pinging passes
Yep.
over the fucking press. And
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand why he came out during the second half or at
It doesn't
halftime.
sound like
Whatever it was.
we haven't heard anything about injury or anything like that, right?
No.
And he's not a
I think
good
it was just
coach.
because
I don't like him.
we had a
I
man up.
think he was trying to. I think he was like, we can't not control the ball right now. We need to possess the ball. That's how I understood that sub. I'm gonna take out one of my wingers. I'm gonna bring in Victor Vasquez so we can slow down the game and touch from side to side. That's what I understood because I didn't get
But it
why we weren't
happens
doing that.
like I going into the second half. Like I didn't think we needed to change much, especially having a man up, right?
Absolutely not.
And at least like I remember it being early, but like at least who scored has it at the 46th minute, right? So that means like he came in like right at the beginning of the second half,
Hmm?
right? So like it was like if it's not injury wise, then it was tactical. And I like Vanny, right? Like I drank the Vanny Kool Aid. He got it wrong this time though. If that was tactical, like if it's not injury, it wasn't like something, if he's not trying to save a route for the weekend or whatever it is, like I don't know, man. Because I hear you what you're saying. I think you're 100% right, and I don't like saying that compiles the ref calling it every single little touch, like made for ugly game because we didn't have the width, we didn't have the pace anymore, right? Because they cover Grand Zero because yeah, if it's gonna beat you in a 20-yard dash, no, he's not.
No.
You know what I mean? So you could cover him. Yeah, I don't know. I thought that change was weird, and I think it changed a lot of it. Let's talk about the free kick, the one they scored on us, right? Because I think it's a good. I think it's a good free kick. I thought it was a good free
Yeah.
kick. I thought it wasn't top bins, but it's curling and it's curling away from the keeper. And I think Bond had to be where he had to be because he was expecting the wall because it wasn't necessarily to one corner or the other. I thought it was a goal. I thought it was a decent free kick.
Is there
I'm not
anyone
blaming
on the
Bond on
chat
it.
that thinks that it's not a good free kick?
I thought it was
Masa?
a good free kick. I think Bond could have done better. That's just me though, because
This is what
that shit was not well placed. Like
I'm
And
just trying to get to what we're trying
I
to get
think
to.
it
Really,
it was more. There was a lot of power, yes, but I feel like he could have gotten a hand on it. If he gets a hand on it and that shit goes in, fuck it, too much power. But I feel like he was at the distance to get at least a finger on it, a hand on it. Maybe I'm being harsh. I don't
Yeah.
know, but I think he could have done a bit better.
You see how
At
close he
least
was
a
to it?
hand on it. I think he was really close because
That's what I'm saying. Like
that shit was not like I don't know. That shit to me wasn't
it was
top.
the top right bins.
nah, but it's curling away from him though. Like the whole thing is like the curve's away from him. You know what I mean? Like
credit to the shooter though. That shit had a lot of pace. But I feel like
and
if
and
he
bend.
maybe he didn't want to gamble his post because he shouldn't, right? Because you never want to get beat at your post. But I don't know, maybe like an early step where the ball was headed. Like I don't know.
Yeah,
Maybe I'm tripping. I don't know. I feel like
I
could be.
it
I
wasn't
think
top ends, so he should have gotten a hand on it.
Jeremy
I
also said
feel like
like Jeremy said like mano cambiada he reaches it, and I don't know, man. Like I honestly like looking back at the goal, and I look at especially goals like that. I look at them. I think he walked the right. I think he walked it right. I think he had a good leap at it. I think it would just curl away from him. You know what I mean? Unlucky too because he's right there. Like his hand is coming up, and he's like fraction of a second late, and he misses. That cat's a center back, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
But he has he's known for free kicks though.
Yeah.
Yeah. What they say he has scored like 5 goals or whatever, like in not that long of range of time. Either way though, like I thought that was a goal. Were you guys nervous when that happens at 2-1?
I'm always
Them being
nervous.
a man down.
100%. It's the
I'm
LA
always
Galaxy.
nervous.
It's the LA Galaxy. We always play down to our opponent. They're a man down, and we came out and we played worse than when it was 11 against 11. So yeah,
Yeah, that's true. I thought we were gonna get 4-1 when that happens
shit.
because I think like you kind of smacked me again, right? And you made me realize like, bitch, you're playing with 10 men. right? My expectation, that's what's gonna happen. Um, luckily for us though, like it didn't take long. It didn't take long because Cheech and Edwards, bro. You know what I mean? Because it's Cheech and Edwards, like my man. Listen, I've been saying his name almost every week in the podcast because I think he's like really impact player right now for us, right?
Yeah,
My
That's
guy,
crazy, man.
my guy is the leading the assist leader right now in the league, playing from where he's playing at, bro. Like
can't confirm. He's the first Galaxy player jersey that I get.
that shit. That's saying a lot. That's saying a lot 'cause I don't do it. But yo, like that's it. We're talking about people connecting. There's something there, man. And shot Chicha too. My man wanted like, and I seen him. You know what I saw from Chicha's game too. I seen him being mad about like not getting the ball. About like when he thinks he's open and he should get the ball, he get like I saw him throw his hands up at Efra. I seen him throw his hands up at Mark. I seen him then throw hands up at Revelason, not Revelason, Granzier.
Julian.
Oh, Julian. Yeah, yep. Like he wanted it, man. And sometimes I think he's a little too passive, but I like that Chicha. He wanted his, I think he wanted his hat trick. Like he was looking for that shit. Second goal, nice as shit.
I love that though. I love that. Be hungry
Yeah.
for your yep.
Yeah,
What you
yeah.
need.
Yeah, man.
It's like I was
Remember Robbie
saying,
Keane?
sir, if you're feeling it, yeah, if you're feeling it, you're feeling it. Like I fuck it, go for it. You know, if you're feeling it that day, do it. Try it. Get mad.
Yeah.
Tell everybody, fucking feed me. Fuck it, feed me.
So let's talk about Delgado because the next event that happens is the red card. I was telling myself like,
My bad, really. I hate to cut you off, but probably this was probably Delgado's worst game.
oh, I thought, man, I thought he was like,
And
listen,
No,
like,
because
You're comparing it to
Lace.
other games. You're comparing it to
I'm
other
comparing
games.
to other games, right?
Okay. Okay.
And so far he's been solid. There's two plays this game where he receives the ball with back and the high press. He tries to pass out quick and he loses it.
yep.
In our area, and that's how he gets the second yellow. The
Well, he
first
was one of the ones at the beginning of the game, right? One of them was
he
his.
got
The
one
first one was
early,
his, right? Yeah, that was his. The ones that I was talking about. One of them was his.
and so to me this was one of his worst games. I'm comparing to what we've seen from him. So it wasn't necessarily a bad game, but I know we had this argument earlier that you said that was a soft second yellow.
For
It
me, it
was
was.
not a soft second yellow, bro. That shit is a yellow card because he straight up tripped him. It's not
Like,
it's not a red card, but it is a second yellow, and that's a red card.
yeah, again,
Yeah,
like,
'cause
that
one
one,
plus
I
one
feel
equals two.
I haven't seen, I haven't seen it again, but I remember feeling like, oh, that's soft, right? And I remember feeling that way like after the replay because I thought he like it was genuine attempt at the ball and
No.
and
I
he's
don't know,
like
man.
like
I'm with
but
Mas on this one. I thought he. Listen, I don't think he had a terrible game. I thought it wasn't his best game for sure. As some of his decisions weren't great. I agree with Masa, and I think that his fouls, I thought they were soft fouls, deservedly so of yellow cards, both of them. I just think they were poor decisions, straight up on both of them.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
I what? No,
I was
I
like
would say yeah.
coming.
I would say yeah, red card.
Like I think the first one, like yeah, that one was stupid because there's no reason to like just run him over and shit. You know what I mean? Like that was just dumb. The second one, I again, I haven't seen the replay after like watching the game, but I thought it
Guys,
was
Char's gonna be one on one with the ball. He stops him. He stops the play, even if it's just a tap. He still obstructs him from going anywhere. It's a yellow.
no, but there was a well, would that be an argument? Because that was the argument I thought Massa was going with initially. Like there was a player who that was Williams behind him, right? So like Williams is still
Yeah,
there.
but that's
But
why
then
it's a second yellow.
that's a what if. What if he would have
No,
had the
no, no.
ball?
But it doesn't
It's
matter. See, because
Williams.
Rudy's
Well, see,
saying
what
it
Jordan?
like
Yeah.
what
Well,
Rudy's
okay,
trying to
Masa
say
saying,
is
yeah.
that he wasn't last man, so he shouldn't get a yellow.
No, it doesn't
But
matter. You stop the
it
play.
doesn't exactly right. That's why
Yeah,
it's a
it's a
yellow.
yellow.
It's not a straight red. If he would have been
Okay,
last man, it's a straight red.
And it's a
So
straight
I could
it's
be
red.
wrong.
Yeah.
second yellow, red card.
I could be wrong. But listen,
Deservingly so.
I could be wrong.
Next one.
I could be wrong.
Yeah.
I still don't like. Okay, I'll even buy into like it is his worst game we've seen so far because he got the red card, right? And that
Yeah,
by,
that's the
that by
only
itself,
reason.
like that by
That's the
itself
only
is
reason.
damn rough. But my guy is pivotal. Like what's up by the
100%.
right now because like
He's so important for us.
his work rate, man. Like what he does is so
Work
fucking
rate,
clutch.
yeah.
Like is what I thought. Like again, I'll say it again. Is what I thought. Jonah was gonna be for us. You know what I mean? It's really what I thought Jonah was gonna be for us, and he's
That's crazy.
so much
Mhm.
more. At least like if you look at him, he's underwhelming. But like my God, in the fucking field, he bosses.
It's
I fucks
crazy.
with that. Let's talk about Williams and let's talk about Bond. Let's talk about like the one play because I gotta give it up to both of them.
Yep.
This Chara gets in 1-on-1.
Mhm.
The first half. This is going back to the first half just because we didn't mention
Yeah.
it. Listen, let me start with Bond because I've been hard on Bond because he gives up early, like he commits shit early. He did it right this time. Like he gave him a little
Yep.
a little shimmy to the left, and then well, even when he went, like he didn't commit to it. Like he kind of still stood there and was able to kind of keep pushing him wide. If he doesn't do all that, Williams can get there. And
Yeah. He
Williams
buys
too,
Williams
man.
time. Yeah.
And Williams like hogging that place, because like he tracked it the whole fucking way. So when he slid, like he knew, like it wasn't like a Hail Mary slide. Like he had tracked it, and my man knew, like, okay, like I have to slide to get to make sure this is going. And holy
Yeah.
fuck, like when's the last time we seen that kind of commitment from one of our center backs? Not named Derek Williams, right? Like
Yella.
probably, like I'm straight up, probably. And that was refreshing, bro. That was refreshing. Again, refreshing to me by Bond too, because like I give him shit every time he does it. When he gives up early. I like what he did. I definitely love the commitment Williams had in that play. That's anything.
It's good to say that you feel. It's good to say that you called it. It's good to say that and fuck that you called it. This is the game that our center back needed to kind of dust that shit off.
Yeah,
This is the game.
Yeah.
This is the same game that fucked his year up last year, and
Yeah,
that's what
took the
we.
psyche
That's what a
out.
lot of. That's what a lot of us said on this podcast last week. He needs to play this game to kind of just knock that shit off.
yeah.
Just kind of just put in your past. This is your new. And this is exactly what happened. Big
Own
ups
it,
to Vanny
baby.
for listening to us.
You called it. You said that he needed this game. Own
Say
it.
that again, because I wanted to say it, but
You
I was
you
waiting for
said
y'all
it.
to say it. So
You said it.
nobody said it, but I appreciate
You
that.
said it.
But no, hey, but listen, this is what we need. We have our center back. This is a
Mm,
consistent center back day in and day out that we need. That
I like him so
I'm not,
much,
and
man. Like,
I love Williams, and I'm not knocking Depew or Sega because I think Sega kind of shaped it up towards the last couple games,
Yeah.
and I was surprised that he got the call, but that's neither here nor there. We passed that. It could be either center back that got on the call off. But big ups to Williams, and like Rudy said, Bond's kind of hearing. I'm sure that his coaches tell him you're going to the ground too early, you're committing too early, and it helped us out in this play.
yeah, no, for sure. Like that. Yeah, I want to make sure that we give Derek Williams his props because what he does is also super dope. But Bond helps him out there. He gives him the time. It makes him go wide, so he doesn't have like a direct shot. He has to angle it back in. I thought it was dope,
Back
man.
thing
That's
I
really good
know
defense.
George mentioned the key word I heard in all of that was refreshing, right? The word is refreshing. He won aerial balls, set
Yeah,
pieces. We didn't lose
aggressively
any.
too.
Yeah,
That's scary.
aggressively, and that is what. How long have I been harping about our center backs, right? The no one, or not even our center backs, just our backline in general. No one is
Nobody
attacking
attacks it.
any aerial balls, right? I get it. You're not going to win them all. If you lose a 50-50, fuck it, but battle it. At least give yourself an opportunity to win an aerial ball. We've been asked on that, and yo, I was fuck everything else. I get that. Absolutely. Everything I said, true. But for me, what stood out is all those aerial balls we won. I think just about all of them. There was one of them that Leardom won, right? And it
Hmm.
was it was what was asking for last week for Julian to do, right? Or yeah, last
yeah,
week
I
for
was
Julian
gonna
to
say
do,
that.
right? He jumped. He didn't win the ball. He did not win the ball, but he disrupted the attacker from Portland, whoever that was, from getting a good contact on his header. And that's what I was referring to that Julian should do. Leardom came in out of nowhere and just did the same exact thing. What I was expecting someone like Araujo to do. And that's the type of thing that I'm referring to. At least fight for the ball. Listen, you're not going to win them all. I get that. At
Yeah.
least try. Like, you try. If you try, you're still giving yourself an opportunity. You know, it's an opportunity to at least do something. He did. And that's refreshing to me. The fact
One.
that we're winning aerial balls. And that's very important because that has been our weakness
Mhm.
defensively right now to start the season.
Yeah, and not only like there's a chance for you to win it, but you're disrupting like the attacker going after the ball too, right? If an attacker's going up there and trying to header the ball towards goal and you're up there with him, even if you don't win, like you're taking his space, you get him in off balance, you're not getting him a open shot at goal. Like that's a lot. You know what I mean, so I like to
Big.
get, and you're right. like it was more than just Williams. You know what I mean? Like it seemed like Leardom was also attacking them, and the boys like seemed like they were up for it, which is good because we don't necessarily see that until the game coming up this weekend, right? Like this is when we usually see the boys being up for shit. So nice to see it a week early. Like they're fine tuning it in. Let's wrap up. Let's wrap up the game real quick. Not much happens after that. Even though like Portland didn't like Portland before we got down to 10 men. Like Portland, I think had like better looks.
Mhm.
More of the ball. I think when we go back to 10v10, like it kind of shapes up again. Like where the
Yeah,
Galaxy.
when we went 10v10, then these motherfuckers wanted to control the ball. Then they
It's
wanted to fucking
I don't
play
get
the
it.
the way they were.
Galaxy.
That
You
that
you act
Man, it's
you
so
act
that
surprised.
was my fucking issue, bro. Like,
You
Yep.
act
but
surprised
whatever. We
though.
got 3 points, right?
yeah,
I'm
that's
not gonna
why.
Fuck
complain
it.
when we get 3 points,
Yeah,
and we
whatever.
score
Let's
multiple
go do
goals
it.
too. You know what I mean? Like this is a 3-1 victory. There's flaws in. I think there's gonna be flaws in every single one of the games we play.
Should have been
But if
four
there's
one.
flaws,
Stupid ass Grand Sir.
should have been
Dumbass. He
5,
fucking
bro. It
sucks.
should have been 5. I'm telling you that chance they can have is also like a big miss that he didn't even like
Which one?
make. So who is it? I don't know
Which
who
one?
plays the ball, but I think he ends up on the left side inside the box,
Grand
and he
Sear.
takes a Grand
He
Sir.
shoots it white.
Yep.
I
Who
forgot
gives
who
him the
On the
pass?
right
crosses
You,
the
side,
ball.
right? He's on the left side. He shoots at white
he's on the
side,
left
right?
side.
Sears.
Yep.
Okay,
Sears
but he gets a
on
shot off,
the
right?
left.
Yeah, but like
Yeah, but
you're
from
one
where
v
he
one, like
got it, you should have put it on target, my man.
Okay,
yeah,
gotcha.
bare
Straight the
minimum.
fuck
I
You
up.
know
don't
what I
remember
mean?
that one good. I don't remember that one good, but that sounds about right.
Like,
Mm.
but again, like I'm not gonna complain because there's gonna be misses. But if you win 3-1, right, and 3-1, that one being on Seppi's again, I have to say it, Seppi again. But like in my opinion, a really good free kick. Right, I'm not
Uh-huh.
gonna complain too much, even if we had spells of the game where we look not good, especially when we're up by player. But
Yeah.
3-1 victory, man, let's shut the fuck up. We got 3 points on the road. You know what I mean? Like we got 3
Easy.
points on the road, and I think it does a lot too. Like not only for the players, but for us coming into the game this weekend against Levas, right? Because when we say we're gonna win, I think there's a little more belief in it than it would have been if we would have tied or lost that game against Portland.
Yeah.
They just say no. I'm gonna speak for you, right, Angel? Fuck no. You know what it is. These was always get up for this game. I hate that shit. Right? That's where you go with that shit. All right. No, but I think he's right. Let's talk about the game of the weekend. This Saturday, 4:30, 4 o'clock, 4:30.
4:55 kickoff.
4:55 is kickoff
Four
officially.
fifty. All right. I'll talk about like what you should do to get there on time and make sure you're in there first. But let's talk about this fucking game. As I was mocking Angel, which again I think you're 100% right when we talk about this.
Yes.
The the boys are gonna be up for this, right? Like this is the game that like no matter what shape we're in, they seem to always get up for this match. At home, talk to me. What we thinking?
I
As far as
fucking hate
score,
it.
as far as
What we thinking the game's gonna look like? What we thinking about the team coming into it? What we thinking about? Do you have any thoughts on
you,
Levas? Like whatever you gonna do?
whatever Angel just said 3 seconds ago about fuck this shit, stupid fucking team. Wait, I agree with him. This is the game. It's fucking annoying. It is what it is.
Yeah, and it's so frustrating. I agree. Go ahead,
Let
Jim.
it out.
Sorry.
Let it out. Let
No,
it out.
I'm go go. I'm frustrated already just thinking about it.
Um,
Galaxy.
Listen, man. We could be frustrated all we want, right? We could be frustrated all we want because of the importance they give this game. That being said, though, like in the last since the AFC's been around, like these games have not really disappointed. I think there was one game where it was a little low, but everything
that's
else, these games
exactly
have
what I
not
was gonna say.
have not disappointed. You know what I mean? And fuck, like I'm not gonna hate on that. Like you know what I mean? Like stress the fuck out this week because
I get it.
all the shit,
Yeah.
every shit that goes into it. But man, like you already know it's gonna be popping. It's gonna be a fire ass game. Like it's gonna be a game you want to
It,
watch. Like you have to record
it's
this.
one of those games where if you're a neutral fan of the game, you're in for something good. Being a fan on
Yeah.
either side, it's never good for these games. It's you're always on edge. You're always like, oh shit. Here, look at us. We're going into potentially one of the biggest games of the year. We all look sad because
Yeah.
because that comes with the territory of being a fan when it comes to a rivalry game like this.
But
But
listen,
the
like
team's gonna
I'm
show
not.
up.
You know, let me say something. I'm not gonna say I look sad. No, I don't think I'm sad. I'm just frustrated and multiple things about it. But I guess the biggest thing out of this, because Rudy said, let's talk about this game. Is I don't know how to talk about this game, right? And that's my biggest thing. I don't know what to tell you guys.
What do you
I can
mean?
tell you, I can tell you, I can give my assessment of what I expect to happen,
Huh?
and it won't be it, right? It or it might. I just don't know. This game
Yeah.
We
is
know how the other team's gonna come out. We know their tactics. We know their
I
counter-attacking
think
team with speed.
yeah.
So
See,
so
right
so
now.
it,
I
so it's
Right
about
now,
us.
that's their speed.
yeah.
Right now, this the way that they're playing under the current coach.
I
That
think
wasn't the case
yeah.
before
They always had that
under Bob
speed.
Bradley. No, they did
No, they
not.
had the speed, but they
Difference
weren't a counter-attacking
they weren't
team.
in count.
No,
They were a
100%. The
possession-based
difference is
team.
that when we played them, we're in their psyche, right? So we own those games, at least the majority of them, right? We've owned those games. So the way that they've played throughout the entire season did not show up for those specific games, right? Galaxy, again, we talk about it. This is why I get frustrated. That seems to be the only game that we actually get up for. If it was LAFC the entire season, if we that same team that we play over and over and over for those years, I have no problem. I put in over and over MLS champion, MLS champion, MLS champion. I'm not saying when we're in the mall, but what I'm saying is we have this confidence about us when we play against them. We're not the ones that are catching up to them. They're trying to catch up to us, right? So I think that also helps. That's to our element that we have nothing really to lose here. They're playing catch up at everything right now, at everything, right? They haven't beat us at home yet. The first one to get a red card, the first loss. Like I think the only thing that they really have over us is the playoff game, a playoff that we shouldn't even have been in realistically, right?
Yeah.
We should,
Well,
and we still scored 3 goals over there, right? So it's just a lot with this specific game. I don't even know what to tell you guys. Apart from it's probably gonna be a high scoring game. That's
it is.
probably the only thing I can say. And the fact that I do feel confident about this game just because of what we know our team is gonna do coming out. Now I can't speak for LAFC right now because they are playing a different type of soccer than they have under Bob Bradley, right? Under what's his name right now? Who's their coach right now?
Sharundalo.
Yeah, Steve
Trundle.
Cherundolo. Right. Under him, they're not necessarily don't care so much about possessing. They're more okay. You can have the ball, but when they hit on their counters, they're so quick and they're so in tune that they're effective. But with that being said, they're still conceding goals. Right. So there's a lot of elements about them that's still very similar as before. And now are you telling me that we're gonna possess this game because they're playing a counter-attacking style?
Yeah, I think
I'm cool with that. I
the
have
play
no
style
problem with that.
has turned. Like we've become the possession team,
Hmm.
and they become the counterattacking team. And why I have high hopes for this game is because I think we're like the second in the league when it comes to goals in transition. Like we're very good at defending in transition.
Yeah.
So that to me is a good sign for this game. And the fact that the boys always show up for this shit, right?
I wanted to transition right into that because I've been talking about how the transition we're looking good, right? I made it. I harped on it last week or the week before when Depew had the slip and on how like we could have defended that because we had it locked. The position was right. We just kind of slipped, right? I think this team is going to put it to test, and we'll see how good we are
In
transition,
transition.
right? We seen right. Uh, but with that being said, I think a big part of why we're getting transition is because Mark Delgado could lay deep and cover ass a lot.
Yeah.
That's a guy who we're not gonna have, right? So
Hmm.
who do we plug in there? Like who's our answer to that position right now?
I have two possible um candidates who go in there, and they're both defensive. So
Mm, I have a different. I have
we're
a
gonna
different
push
person.
up Revolution. I do not mind Williams being in that position, just
Where?
because in
In Marquis'
CM.
position?
yeah, yeah. And with that being said,
Mm.
you push up Revelicent, so not a switching anymore. It's more of a you stay here, Revelicent, you go out there and you do your work.
Right, so
Just
they'd be
because,
changing information because right now they're playing as a double pivot.
yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, they're playing like this.
Right.
I want this now. If
Okay.
if we're putting up Williams, just because I feel Williams will be an enforcer in that, in and he's smart enough to make these fouls in transition. So I think that that could help out. If not, I'll put Leardom in there.
I think
I think I
Leardom
seen that in the
is the
chat.
correct. I think Leardom is the correct answer.
Either
Just
or.
because he plays. I mean, it's not saying much as fucked up as it sounds, but for Suriname, he plays CDM or CM or right back or left back. He's a man
He's
of
versatile
multiple
like that.
positions. He could play that. He could play that position. I do not want to see Sasha. I do not want to
Fuck
see
no. Vasquez.
someone older with heavy legs in the midfield. Like it has to be someone who could give me the back and forth and has some strength and some muscle and takes no bullshit. And I think Leardom is perfect for that. If I don't think it's possible, but I would like to see maybe Carlos Harvey, but that's not gonna happen because he's J2.
Fool. Yeah, hey,
And then
that
You're
horse
gonna try to
left
go
but
two
already.
weeks
give
in a
me
row, huh? Try to go 2 weeks
Yeah,
in a row. Galaxy supposed to
this
talk
is
about shit.
this was just trying to
I'm giving you
whenever it
options,
sticks.
bro. Like options because that was the problem. And we talked about this in the beginning of the season. If Robelison goes down or Marky Delgado's not available, then who the fuck are we gonna plug in the middle? And especially for a game like this, like it has to be, to me, it has to be Leardom. There's no other answer for that because you're
So,
obviously gonna start Julian.
yep. Yep.
I
So
think the other answer
let
could be
me
is you change the lineup. I mean, the lineup,
well,
the formation.
let me
But why
propose this,
would you
right?
do that when we've been so
Let-
successful playing our formation? Why are we gonna adapt
I'm
to what
just
they're
saying that's
doing?
an option. I'm just saying that's an option. Well, why do we care about what they're doing? Why not change what we're doing?
Why would we have
Benefit
to
what
but
change
why
what
because
would
we're
we change
doing?
it? Yeah,
Yeah, we shouldn't change what we're doing.
We play to our strengths, so we're gonna stick to our formation.
but that's also assuming that Leardom is going to be effective in that position. We don't know that for sure.
so
Because he
what
does
I
that
wanted to bring up,
service, and we don't know that for sure.
what I wanted to bring us is that I know Revolution can play deeper, and he tracks, and he knows how to cover, and he knows how to put in a foul, he knows how to defend. Like so, if the option is to drop him and hold him back a little bit more than we have, who's playing that Revolution role where he has a little more freedom to kind of go up and push and create a pass, and then also come in? Do we have somebody there? Because I think it's hard for us to find somebody who's defensive the way Mark is, than it is to find somebody who's a little more creative there. No, I'm
I
Which
throwing
don't
is
it out
think
there.
why
I
so.
don't have that, sir.
which is why my suggestion would be to switch up the formation as opposed to being having that double pivot in the back. Maybe just keep that one player in that CDM spot, which would be Revelison, and you change your formations in the attack, where we're adding one more element to the attack. Right now, obviously, that is going to keep us. That's going to make us susceptible to counterattacks for sure, because we are going to have less players defensively. But if what happened in Portland, and we can reciprocate a lot of those opportunities and create those opportunities, now adding an extra piece in the attack, we can keep them on their toes, right?
Why
We
would you
can't
replace
score,
the person that's been helping create these chances in Revelison? He's helped a lot of these
Yeah.
right?
dynamic
But
plays
the
where
problem is in this
you're holding him back
because
now.
because we only have one player right now. Right now, everyone's on the assumption and on the hope that Leardom is gonna be a similar player to what Mark is.
Mark
I'm
is.
We're
not
not
saying he
saying
is he
he's.
is.
What
I
I'm
think it's
saying, we're
easier. I think it's easier to find a defensive substitution than finding someone that could be creative in an attacking
No,
substitution. If you had to
but
No,
pick
we have a lot more players in the attack.
like
We
who?
that are creative like that,
Like
Listen, you can
who?
ooh,
play Victor Vasquez, you can play Efra, you can play
So
Douglas
that's a
okay, and
Costa.
different
then what
style of
happens to
play there.
what happens to the cam then? So you're gonna play Victor Vasquez, Efra, two
Listen,
motherfuckers
what
that don't
what did I just
defend,
say?
and
What did I just say?
Revelison?
You can change the formation. I didn't give you a specific formation. I'm just saying that we have more
So give me your thoughts
attacking
because right
options.
now, what you're telling me is you want to take one of our best attacking midfielders, which is Revelison, that helps us create. So give me your lineup if you
Revelis is
think
not
that that's a
necessarily an
possibility.
attacking midfielder. He's a box
He's
to
a
box
creator,
player.
but he's
yo, but
creating a lot of chances for us.
two of our
He's
most nicer goals.
contributing. He's not.
But two of our nicer goals have had its influence, right? Like that one
Yeah,
key pass from Leardom that he puts
Yeah,
back in for Cheech. The goal this week, like he's been very influential when it comes to attack,
and
and he's
Seattle.
created a bunch of chances too. Yeah, the Seattle too. I think he created a lot of chances. We also got to remember that I think Costa's back this game too, right? So
right.
like
Which
how
is
do you
what I'm
slide him?
saying. We have more players we have more options in the attack. Which is what I'm
Yeah.
saying. We could potentially change our formation. I can't
So
tell you specifically. We
what's
can
the
do
formation?
two forwards. We can potentially do forwards. Everyone's been asking for two forwards, right? This could be that game where you try that, right?
But
Or
then he
maybe
just
you
told you why he won't do two forwards.
right. I just listen to me. Let me speak. I'm giving you options here of things that you could potentially do. I don't know what that formation is. I don't think it's going to be two forwards. I absolutely don't think so. I think realistically, it's more probable we have two, I guess, two center midfielders, as opposed to one cam and one center midfielder with a CDM. So I can potentially see it more as two actual CMs and one CDM, which would be Revelison, because we have players that can play in that CM role, right? Sasha can play it. Victor Vasquez can play it. What's his name? Efrain Alvarez can play. So we have three potential players that can play that. Right? Is it ideal? I'm not saying it's ideal. Absolutely not. The ideal thing would be here that Mark is here, but he's not. Right? We only have one player right now that we know for certain can play that CDM role. Everyone's
What do
saying, well, Leardom can do this. He's done it with Suriname. Have you ever watched him with Suriname? I haven't. So I can't speak to it. I'm just telling you from what I think, because you guys
I
asked me
would
what
say the
I'm
same thing
thinking,
about you're
what
thinking
I
about
would
with
be
the
doing.
attacking. I would say the same thing. We think that these players can attack. We haven't seen it. I would say the same thing though. I would say the
Shit,
same thing about Sasha.
But you're not gonna
I'll
tell
say
me
the
well,
same thing
Sasha's
about
center
Costa.
midfielder. I literally said center midfielders. I've never said he's gonna be
so
a cam. This is what I'm saying. I'm
let's
not saying they're gonna be specific cams. I'm saying you change your formation based on the players that you have. Your lineup, your formation is
w-
gonna be different as true CMs, right? Obviously, that's not what I want. I'm just giving you an option if
did
the
we
Leardom
see
thing doesn't work out, because I don't
did
know much about Leardom except from what I saw this past game.
did we see enough for Daniel Aguirre to say he might have a shot in this?
Nope.
I hope not.
I mean,
I'm not the coach though.
we fucking started Saldana against Levas, and that shit worked out. I mean, is this the game to risk it? I don't think so. But shit, anything could happen, bro. And these kids might show up.
Paris,
You
no,
know,
No, because Johnny's gonna
doesn't
be
have it
playing
either.
that wing. Nope. He's a winger. He
he's a
doesn't play
winger.
CM.
Yeah, it's interesting because
So name me
I
somewhere else apart from Leardom. And this is my question. And again, I personally don't know Leardom that way. You guys are all saying that for Suriname he plays CDM, CM. So I don't want to
It's because he's
comment on
played
that
it
because
in
I don't
MLS
know this.
too. It's not like he's just done it for his fucking country. He's done it throughout his whole career. He plays where you need him. Left back, right back, CM, CDM. I'm not saying have him play deeper. No, you play him in the same position as Markey. And when we're in transition, have him sit deeper.
Yeah.
We played two pivots. Laird is that fucking second pivot, but he just fucking stays back like Markey does when fucking Revelison goes up. It's not like I'm not trying to change the whole fucking formation. I just
yo
can't see a team where Revelison covering defensively and having fucking Vasquez and Efra in the middle or fucking Vasquez and Sasha in the middle is gonna work out because we're too fucking slow.
ha-
That's my
did
issue.
didn't Raheem play in the midfield for Vanny?
Raheem played winger and now left back.
Okay,
I
never
could
mind. I
see
thought he
him.
played.
I mean, he does drop. He does drop into the
He
middle though. Like
pushes
he
up into
tends
the
to
middle.
pushes up into the middle. My bad.
Yeah.
A lot. But I mean, at this point, like, why would
You're
you
taking
move?
it straight away. Yeah, you can't.
Why
Yeah.
you can't move your fucking top assister of the league out of his fucking most comfortable position? You know, like
Well,
why would
the
you
other
do
Uh,
it?
option, another option is three at the back, three center backs, and then you have your
I
two
could
wing
see that
backs,
happening.
and then
I
you
could see that
have your
happening too.
Raveloson still playing in that CDM role. Obviously, we're
mhm.
just gonna have to be playing more out around the flanks as opposed to being more central.
That makes sense.
I could see that too.
I
I
don't
mean, we
trust
tried
this. I
it.
don't trust it in the back though.
We tried it in game, right? In game, we seen him go to that before.
You
That's
know,
interesting though. Like,
but playing three in the back, how would we make the wingers work? You know, that's the issue because obviously you're
Well, it kind of
fucking
becomes as three forwards, really. You have that three up top type of thing.
so you're gonna have,
So
let's say, just
essentially,
Costa and Cabral. Let's
because
just say Costa Cabral or Costa and Grancier, and then
Mhm.
you're gonna have Raheem Edwards and fucking Julian too.
yeah, that's how that position works, bro. That's how that formation works.
and
Well,
to be fair,
I don't.
our wingers are up there a lot. Our
Yeah,
wingers like push up a lot. You know what I mean? So I don't see again like it's just adding a center back to partner up with Revelson when we're attacking, right? Because
and then
our
who's in
wingers
the
push up
middle then?
anyways. It's
Who's
gonna
in
be
the middle?
Revelson and backed up by the line of three in the back, right?
Now you see, this is why I, again, just really quick to what we talked about at the beginning of the episode. I don't think we're going after that center back because having this conversation here
We shouldn't though.
is pretty
W-
evident. Right.
Well,
I'm
agreeing.
just saying it's pretty evident that we need a depth piece for one of these two CMs, right, or CDMs if we want to
Yep.
call them that, right? Mark. It's Mark. It's Relison.
Madison.
If one of them has a red card, if one of them goes down, then we're screwed. Right? We
Yeah.
don't. We're gonna have to change our game, and this is why we're having this conversation here. How are we gonna line up? What do we do because of one player missing? One player.
But also like the one player who has brought what he's bringing to the team right now, right? Because
Right. I
if
get that,
we
but we
miss
don't
something
have
else, I
anyone,
think
and that's what I'm saying. We don't have anyone right now to actually
uh,
support that. I mean, I
uh-huh,
know people are saying
I
lear
agree.
them. Okay. Cool.
But we
I
haven't.
don't
That's
know.
not proven though,
I'm not
right? And
saying
that's not his
right.
natural
And that's
position
my
either.
thing. Right. Exactly. That's my thing. I can't say yeah, lear them is it. Lear them is the guy. You've seen one game from
I'm
him
not,
with the LA Galaxy.
but I'm not
Masa,
saying
you're
all
telling
that.
me that he did in the MLS with teams. Where? Remind me. I'll
In
go look at that
Seattle,
footage. Okay, at the
Seattle,
Seattle, he was playing right back.
wherever he played, bro, covered multiple spots.
So
That's why they
let's
brought him in because of his versatility. Like this
let's
shit is
move.
not new.
All right.
let's move away because I think the one thing that's obvious is that we don't know what the fuck, we don't know how the fuck we're gonna line up, right? Because
Well,
the
that's what
guy
I'm
was
saying.
out,
That's what I said. Half the time, I was like, I don't know what to
We
expect.
just
yeah, no,
attacked Danger. He
and the
got
thing,
defensive.
no,
It's true,
but
dog.
I agree though. Like I don't like I don't have a put me in a spot to answer this question. I don't know it, right? Because I think there's like mark is gonna be missed, and how do we
Yeah.
compensate for that? That's $1 million question, and Vanity must have
Yeah,
pressure to get it right,
yeah,
right?
he has that.
Has to because he's put
Um,
himself in this position.
yeah, yeah, it's interesting. We'll see. This game always, we always score a bunch of this game. Like, well, most of the time we score a bunch of games. I think we had 1-1 before. But
Listen,
most of the time we scored a lot of
we,
games.
we find ways to score goals. Go puppy scored. He made it happen. He made it happen. He scored against them, so we can do it with this current lineup that we have, even without
They,
Mark.
Jean scored too. Oh yeah, yeah, I think so. Let's go into, and of course, next Thursday we'll dive into this game and hopefully be in a cheerful mood because we went out there and just spanked. Uh, or you're gonna hear us bitch a lot. Either way, tune in next Thursday to hear what we think about the game. Let's go with some
Say go
predictions.
puppy. I
Potentially
was talking
next
about
Thursday.
Zubak. My bad. I was talking about Zuak. They're both the same player to me. Both trash. So they're the same thing to me. Look, Buki.
All right. Well, let's go predictions. Who wants to take the first crack at it?
3-2 Galaxy win. Raheem gets a goal against Levas.
It celebrates.
Chicharito brace.
Hundred
Chicharito
percent.
brace. Yeah, he celebrates. Yeah, he celebrates 100%.
That Angel Massa, what you guys got?
I'm gonna go with it's gonna sound crazy, dog. 2-0. We keep a
Let's
clean
go.
sheet.
Oh, I want that. I want that bad. I want
Oof.
that bad, boys. I want
I'm
that
not mad
bad.
at it, but I think you're smoking that
Man,
Rooney.
if we get that zero, that'll prove our transition. Because listen, let's try to remember how bad we've been in transition for the last few years, right? And we keep a clean sheet, dog, against a team who like looks to counter and is getting some wins, dog. Like, hate on them all you want. They're sitting on top of the West right now, right? I know it's only 5 games in, but still. If we could bring out a clean sheet, that'd be fucking dope. Angel, what you got? Clean
I
sheet?
was gonna say 2-0 until Massa said that. But
You
you know
jinxed
what?
it?
Right now, yeah, right now that we had this, you guys said all this shit. Obviously goes in transition, and all that shit. One thing that we are so to obviously susceptible to is set pieces, right? As so far, right? Things like that.
Mhm.
Um, straight up, like they have players that are very good set piece takers. Off free kicks and shit like that. So I say if we're gonna concede a goal, I'll say 3-1. I say it's this type of game all over again, and if they score, it's gonna be off of a free kick or something like that.
I see it. I see it. Unfortunately, I see it because Zeppies is this year's team. Like,
Yep.
that's our kryptonite. So I see it. But I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna one up Massa. We're gonna win 3-0. Straight up.
Hmm.
We're gonna win 3-0. Dog.
All right.
We're gonna be like, we're gonna go up and we'll be the best in transition defensive team in the MLS because that's what we got. So fucks with that 3-0, 3-0 G's. Dog. Let me get a hat trick Cheech, dog. I'd be fucking sick, bro. I'll fuck with that. Hat trick Cheech. I fucks with it, man. Either way, it's gonna be a good game. For those of you attending, get there early. Get there early. Like, well, you guys see with the Galaxy post? I think Galaxy recommended people start getting there by 2 o'clock if you want to make it inside the
Yeah.
game.
2:30. If you're
But
not there by 2:30, you're potentially not gonna make it inside the game by the no
Kickoff.
3:30. Yeah, something like
yeah,
that. I will
so
confirm.
do your best to get there early. I know tailgate's gonna be popping. ACB's gonna have some shirts for sale, merch to pick up. We're gonna have some tacos and some drinks and a whole lot of good time. So get there early, avoid the fucking rush and get in there early. We got TiVo going up, so make sure you actually, if you're in B block, your ass is in B block before kickoffs to help out TiVo. Anything else for Levels this weekend before we move on to
Not
Fuck
that
questions
there's
out
any,
Leva,
here?
dog.
not that there's any game to get sloppy, but don't get sloppy.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Listen,
Get sloppy if
the-
you want to. Give me the 3 points, dog. Play fucking shitty. Give
no,
me
no,
three
no. That's not what
points.
he's talking
Play
about.
Oh,
beautiful. Give me three
motherfucker, the
points.
fans.
I don't give a
Man.
fuck. 3 points.
No, he's talking about is that don't get sloppy drunk. That's
Oh
what he's
yeah,
talking
that's
about.
that's
That's what I
that's
was
that
wanted to
should
get to.
be
Oh,
Yeah.
that
and
should
stay
be.
hydrated. It's gonna be hot. I might sell. Dog. If it's this hot today, catch me on Oxford.
Oh no way. Yo, hold Discord. Give me a second. We'll be right back up.
So,
Give me a
Yeah,
second.
Padres.
Without fail, huh? Without fail. I'm gonna go piss.
No,
I've
I
been
thought we
looking.
had it. I thought we had it. I thought we had it today.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
I like
no.
we made it today. Yeah, just let me share my screen. Yeah, like as we were saying, just don't get sloppy drunk. Don't start any stupid like the security. Security seems like they're gonna have a plan for this game,
Uh,
so we should see. We should see. We shouldn't see bullshit. So don't go looking for
I want to say
bullshit.
something. Actually,
Hold
thanks
on,
for
hold on,
reminding me. You mentioned
hold
security.
on. Before you say that, in order part of this plan that security has the team LA store side, that's the west, I think. There's the west entrance maybe. The team LA store
Northwest, northwest,
where northwest where the
sorry,
left's gonna be sitting.
northeast.
That's gonna be close to all Galaxy fans. So they're gonna be opening up the tailgate and have concession stands there, so you can buy your drinks, your hot dogs, and whatnot in the tailgate area during halftime. So don't go look for shit. Just go enjoy a beer by the tailgate area. That also means you can't leave shit in the tailgate area this time around. So make sure you put your shit away in time and are back for kickoff. No, I think with that being said, we could go in.
No, I just want to say that that video the Galaxy put out with us, he was fucking stupid. It pissed me off not for the message or anything like that, but this whole security, safety, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
It pissed me off, and this is obviously from my time when I was in ACB leadership, right? I vividly remember at first meeting we had security, and obviously now I know some new security personnel there, right? All the people that I used to work with, they're no longer working at Dignity Health Sports Park. But if they would have implemented all this shit back then, shit would still be working out. I think it would be fluid. It was easy. I'm not saying easy because obviously I'm sure it would have cost money, but it's one of those things where maybe you get both teams to say, hey, we're gonna collaborate on both home and away games, even at the security costs, so we can treat these games the way they do in Europe, right? The way they do in South America, where they line the shit up with whether it's police officers, whether it's stewards, whether it's security, whatever it is, line. They want that shoulder to shoulder shit, right? Do that with fucking security, like it's a wall. It's not every 20 feet there's someone. No, it's a fucking wall from the entrance to up to the stairs, right, to wherever in their section, right? There's no in or outs, and you make an effort to encourage everyone that's in that LAFC gear or whatever to stay closer to that, right? As opposed to, but if you have at least their supporters, and same thing for us, it's easy. Do not have them mixing around. Like when we go to their stadium, that's just fucking dangerous. That's why there's always fucking problems. Because the moment that those gates go down, all the LAFC fans are walking by, and all these drunk Galaxy fans are already there. We've been inside there for like 3 hours already, right? You're gonna have these problems. It's easy. It was a simple solution. I get that it was gonna cost money, but that would prevent problems 1 or 2 games out of the entire fucking year, right? And now we're here where we're having these fucking problems, and they're sending out these fucking messages about, ooh, this LB
Yeah.
kumbaya this shit. No, how about you do your fucking job of security, and you do a good fucking job of security? And LA Galaxy, LAFC have not done a good job for security for these 2 games since the very first fucking game. It's been
LAFC
fucking
has
mayhem.
done good security for their fans, for their
For
away,
their
for their own fans. They got it right.
maybe.
They treat us like shit.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
got you. For the away
Oh,
fans, they treat us
but
like shit.
listen,
Yeah,
listen.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
To end the
But
rant, because I'm sure none of us want to hear this shit. On either side, we're being reactive to a problem that we should have been proactive on, and then we wouldn't have to make these stupid ass videos. It is what
yep.
it is. I get why they did it. I get where it's coming from. I get shit's happening, but if you guys would have taken care of it from the beginning, shit would have never happened. It's that simple.
Either way though, man, like you can only be responsible for yourself. So don't do anything stupid.
Yeah.
Go to the game, enjoy yourself, root the team. Listen, the one thing we're there for is to support the G. So make sure we're doing that 90 minutes plus. And hopefully we get a dub and we can celebrate after. Try not to get into some bullshit. It's not worth it. Trust me. With that being said, let's get into some questions. George, you got some questions? Angel, who got questions? Who got them
Yeah.
questions?
I got Anthony says no question, but just want to throw this out here. Jorge in. I accept. Because you know how I'm always kicking everybody off the squad?
So you got one in?
No, Angel's not on Twitter. I forgot.
Yeah. All right, for sure.
Get on there for an hour, dog. Que no te peguen. An hour won't hurt.
Alright, alright.
Get an allowance, though.
All right, for sure.
Anything else?
All right, what else you got?
That's
What we
you.
got?
That was it.
All right, cool. Here on Instagram, Logan Jones, the one. Dejan Jolic did more in the game in 3 minutes than what Cabral did. That's sad. But
Come on.
comment.
I don't
Thoughts?
agree.
You
I
don't
don't
agree?
Yeah.
No.
No.
You don't agree to what?
that
Double it.
Joveljic did more in 3 minutes than what Cabral
Oh,
did this past game.
oh no, 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 no.
Yeah, I think Cabral. This was Cabral's best game, and he would have had
But,
an
but you
assist
but you're
if
comparing
Franchier would have put it.
you're comparing shit to diarrhea.
What do you mean?
That shit is
That was
diarrhea.
funny.
The type of diarrhea. But you
Yes.
know, I mean, it's the type of shit.
I
Whatever.
get what you're saying.
Listen, there's obviously something with Jovic. He has something, but let's not fucking polarize this guy either. Cause like, listen, I think he has his name safe to score a double on fucking on Levas, so he's good by me anytime. But also, I'm not in the boat of clamoring for him to like be playing every single game. Like we got Cheech, and that's where he plays.
Yeah.
Little Apple underscore 121. What player do you think will fit the role that Delgado plays for our team versus Chivas? We addressed that
Spent an
already.
hour
No
on
idea.
we don't know
No idea.
shit.
We don't-
Out the dungeon. What's our biggest doubt for Saturday?
The scoreline. Shit, we had 3 different scorelines.
the lineup.
I
That's what
think
the
the
fucking
lineup.
biggest doubt
lineup.
is.
Yeah.
We don't know what the fuck's gonna happen.
How hot it's
Right?
gonna be.
That too.
Yeah.
Hey, don't get me wrong though. Last time it was that hot. We almost fainted. We won that game in fucking in style, bro.
4-3.
You
Yeah,
got me
4-3.
fucked up.
Yeah.
We-
That was. Oh my god.
Yo, I
I
wasted
was
so much money
also I
on
was
water that fucking game.
I was also how many years younger though? It is different.
Accurate,
Yeah, that's
bro.
true.
Accurate as fuck. You know, fight for
Yeah,
shade
yeah.
on
Our
D-Block.
Pedraza 83. Is there anything Galaxy can do to get more from Cabral, like from formation, style change? You know, that's something we really haven't talked about. How,
Right.
if you're Vanny, what do you? I know obviously he's still letting him play, be out there and do all that,
He
but
has to.
yeah, but well, obviously, right? Because he's the DP and that was his decision. But how do you get Cabral to finish? You know, to his end product. I don't mean finish like finish the goal, but the end product, whether it's the last pass, whether it's that last shot, whether it's whatever, you know, the last, I don't know, dribble or whatever, you know, step over that he can't do, you know, his
If,
bicycle that he gets
if
taken away. You know, what do we do as Vanny, right? If we're Vanny or just
it's
like as a
simple,
team in
dog.
general.
If I were
Simple.
Vanny and I had a player that was struggling to score, you're asking what do I do?
Oh, that's the question, right? How do you get more from
This
Cabral?
is
Like
this is simple,
formation,
dog.
style change?
Nah,
What's up?
you have a session with him like Cholo did, Angelito Correa, and then
And
you watch it in fruition
yep,
happen during the game, dog. Easy.
yeah.
Man,
I don't think he's seen that though.
I think it's more of a psyche thing at this point because skills there. You're a professional soccer player. Skills there. It's more of a psyche thing. You got to put them to, and I don't know if there's a language barrier. I don't know,
Mentally
but
weak, bro.
so
well,
I do believe that about him that he's mentally weak. A lot
I
is there's been a lot of pressure on him. Go ahead, Rudy.
Yeah, 'cause I don't think we knock his skills. I know we know he's capable,
oh,
right?
is he?
We
I'm
see him
getting
do
to
things
We
sometimes.
I'm getting to a point where like, and I was trying to think of a name of a player, but it just doesn't ring to me right now. Of those players that look good, who you think are gonna like they're gonna be something, and then they just never ever get there, right? Like
me.
his
Talking
flashes,
about the
kind
food,
of flash.
the food, the fools that show up to play pickup in full uniform and they fucking ass.
Nah, because he has something
No,
like
'cause he has skill.
there's
He's a
something there, but
professional
like
soccer player.
I don't
You
know,
know what?
but
Players like that. Brian Jordan, his first impression with the Galaxy. Was it
Charlie
Cardoso early
Rugg.
on? Charlie Rugg. I mean, there's a lot of players, but these are guys that were not DPs, bro. You know, the guys that come to my mind are guys that were not DP.
We just got sold to Europe, huh? We just got sold that he's European and be like, hey, take him. This was sick.
all right, but we read Boozled, right? And because I
Yeah,
saw
remember,
fucking
bro? Like,
yeah, man. Listen, Cabral scored a
Come on,
goal like
come
with
on.
his first touch, bro. He was offside. But you guys remember this, right? Like he had a Godot combination with Chicha and he was on and he scored the goal, but he was offside. Like his first touch. I was sold. I saw Grant, so you could do it. And I was like, I was sold. Revelason is the only one that's been consistently like good and decent like throughout the whole time. But everybody else is just kind of like got bamboozled with the Frenchies, bro.
No, what pisses me off too is Galaxy fucking media. Why would you show me all this shit during preseason and make it hype that shit up? I want to see what they saw. I want to know. Is he a preseason player? Is that what it is?
damn.
Is
Could
it
be.
because there's no pressure there? No
I
one's
don't know.
watching you?
Nelson was too chicken shit to join today, so we couldn't ask him the question. But you know, it is what it is. Tony underscore B real. Well, B underscore real underscore. Y'all know when this year's anthem jacket is going for sale? Which is
Oof.
the anthem jacket?
Oof. The one that
Have I even
Vanny's
seen
always
it?
wearing. The
Oh
one that
yeah.
Vanny's always wearing.
Yeah.
Damn it. Fuck, I don't know.
It's
Nah.
nice.
Send it to me
It's
later. Send it
really
to me
nice.
later.
Yeah, yeah.
Do we know? No, huh?
No,
Oh, you know
don't,
what?
don't.
Next week, Nelson said he'll be joining next week, so we'll ask him that question.
All marketing questions you guys can have
Yeah.
next week.
Yep. Uh, Big 8 Ocho. Hey, congrats to him, man.
What do you
Well,
do?
yeah, just
What's congrats him? What are we congrats him for?
baby.
Is that baby in the way? I'll
Oh, the
take that.
baby's on the way. I thought the baby was here. I was like, damn, did I miss something?
Do we miss it? I hope
No.
not.
Oh
We just
yeah.
addressed
Yeah.
it. He's gonna,
Congratulations,
yeah,
puppy.
yeah, yeah. Well, we'd be
She's been pregnant
expecting.
for like
Oh,
9 months. Damn, we couldn't give him congratulations early.
we
Motherfuckers not
haven't done
waiting
the,
till
Not,
the end.
we
like she's
really
about to
haven't
give
done the
birth.
podcast.
This is not.
We haven't done the podcast in a minute, and then even then he hasn't asked anything. So there's that. Um,
Okay, there you go.
yeah, will we be expecting all four of you from SFTS on Saturday? I will be there.
I'll be there.
I'll check the weather.
You a hoe.
What up?
You a fucking hoe. Masa, you
Lit-
going?
Salo
Nah,
bet.
I got work.
You a hoe too then.
Yeah,
Yeah,
fucking
I don't
hoes.
give a
Yeah.
fuck though. Still
And
getting
then
that dub.
yeah, that's right. Underscore Jones underscore.
Motherfucker, I told you.
Got him.
Yeah,
Yeah,
fuck
yeah.
shit. Underscore. All right.
Uh-huh.
Underscore Emmanuel H. We're taking the dub for
Yep.
one Cheech hat trick and goal by Raheem. There you go. There you go.
Oh, he has a
Fuck
Raheem
that.
goal.
Yeah, he has a Raheem with
Fuck
us.
that.
There you go. And I think that's all the questions that we had.
Nope. Nope. Anything else you want to add before we close the show out?
Racing Invicto. Vamos.
Let's
Okay.
see. They won today too at the end of the game.
Yeah, no.
Mm-hmm.
All right, shut up.
Mm-hmm.
All right, then. With that being said, it's another episode of Straight from the Stands. I'm boy Rudy.
Oh,
I'm
Arsenal
on
sucks
Twitch.
again. There you go. There's that. Mm-hmm.
Huh?
Arsenal sucks again. There's that. Mm-hmm.
Dodgers start tomorrow. Everyone tune in.
Lakers suck.
Follow me at the Dodgers.
Just peace, love, and peace out. This is all botched. Let's just get out of here.
That's it. That's it.
Yeah,
That's it. Go.
yeah.
Yeah,
Let's
yeah.
just go ahead and peace out.
Bye.
Peace, love.
Peace, love, and Jesus.
Peace, y'all. Yeah, have a beautiful night. Catch you this Thursday.
Racing Invicto. Fernando Gago,
Cállate,
next
pendejo.
coach of LA